he's very aggressive when he talks. For number one, and number
But
two,
she is aggressive too, and he didn't
well,
even
she's
raise
probably
her.
aggressive. She's probably aggressive now because of all the crap that seen over the years. If
But
you
he
know
wasn't
that this
there,
man
so
is
who
on
was she seeing crap
I
TV,
know some
from?
people were saying they don't want to hear
Thank
from the
you.
mother and everything, but I kind of want
Thank
to
you.
hear the mama side too. I want to hear all three sides.
yeah,
Yeah,
I want to
because
hear
we
the
don't,
mother side too.
and that's what you're missing. Because we get it, we do want to hear from the mother. Because ain't no way that the father ain't been there, and his daughter is speaking like this. If anything, I would think she is mild mannered, and come from a Christian household. Hell, she ain't had no father. Something fueling her.
How many times that we don't know how many times she tried to reach out to him and talk to him on the back end and he ain't respond, or because it sounds like he got some serious hatred for the mother.
I mean, I can say the same for the daughter. Sound like she got some hatred for a man that ain't been there.
Do y'all got kids?
I have a son.
Come on, talk to him, Omar.
Okay, so look, this is what it is. I can tell you what it is, right?
And I have a husband.
That's beautiful. But let me tell you what it is, because you ain't got a baby daddy. They be different things. All our shit be different. So this is what it is. Sometimes these mothers, they will raise their children to respect the father and treat the father the way that the fuck that the mother treats the father. And some men ain't gonna go for that shit. So what happens is some men will pay child support, or some men will just drop off the fucking planet, right? Or go create a whole new family.
No
It's a hard.
excuses.
Hold on, let me finish, because I'm telling y'all some real shit that's unfiltered, and most people try to sugarcoat it. So a man will leave that shit alone, and when a child gets older, he'll wait on that child to get grown to come fuck with him. And if that child come fuck with him, he still act like their mama, and that child still acting like their mama in them ways, the man ain't gonna fuck with it. Because guess what? Everybody ain't gonna put up with people bullshit. Some of us, we be like, okay, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just telling you, look, some people be like, oh, how can you abandon your child? How can you do this? Some people, men and women, will torment the fuck out of you when you weren't with them no more. You have a child with them. They will use that baby for ammunition. They will try to teach that baby to fucking dog you out, to talk to you crazy. I have children, y'all. I've had children
Understandable,
before I
but
got
you can
married.
fight for your child in the court. You can
Did
fight
you hear
for
what I
it.
just said?
Hold
And
on, Richie, hear me out. You can fight for your women in court, right? But a lot of men won't pay the money.
Diamond, I was,
And
man,
that's sad.
let me
That's
tell you
what I'm
something, Richie. Richie, let me
saying.
tell you
Like,
something. Wait, listen to
if
this.
you
Though.
want to
Listen,
be in
I
your
don't want you
Wait,
to
child,
finish.
if
hold
you
on,
Wait,
y'all
listen, let me tell
missing
y'all something. Let
Omar
me
if
listen.
you
point.
want
Let
Hold
me
to
on,
listen.
y'all
Let me
be,
missing
tell y'all
Omar
something.
point. I don't
I
know,
get
rich
his
girl.
point.
Omar
Right.
was speaking. Okay, so let him finish it
Okay,
because
so let me
y'all
tell
just
y'all something.
derailed what he
Walk
was
away
saying.
from the phone, man.
Let me tell y'all
Girl,
something.
I'm
No.
exercising.
Diamond.
Something you should be doing,
God,
girl. I'm out exercising.
dang.
Get your ass up and go exercise. You need to do
Hey, y'all,
something.
let me tell y'all something.
Spitting
It had got so bad.
on
Look,
my
look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm not there anymore. But one time, my baby mamas was trying to run me over. I was dropping kids off at gas stations and police stations like a narcotic transaction. It was straight bullshit. But it got to a point where, I had to realize, like, I can't neglect my other children dealing with this. So, people feelings and emotions be involved in that shit when it comes to your children, because those are your children. But you have to be mature and make the right decisions for the child. But some people will remove themselves from that shit. No, people don't want to be around that shit. People don't want to deal with it. And it's sad, but I mean it's a harsh truth that people will not, some men and even some women, they will not deal with a child in order not to put up with the bullshit that the other parent is putting them through. Because who has time for that? And a lot of people, all of us aren't mentally strong as the other person, as each other. You know what I'm saying? Some people like, nigga, I'm not gonna drive myself crazy. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Drive
At
myself
the end of the day,
crazy
fight for
behind the
your
shit.
kid. Take them to court. Try to spend as much time as you can with them so your child knows that you tried to fight at least for them. You didn't just abandon them and let them go until they got older and wanted to reach out to you.
Some
That's just
people
how
go
I
to
feel.
court. Some people go to court, do all that shit. And them kids get over there and still disrespect their ass.
Some of them
Everybody.
kids.
I'm just saying, everybody's different.
But
I've
some
seen
of
it.
them. Every kid wants to know that you done fought for them in some kind of way.
Yeah,
Even
I'm giving a fuck.
if you wasn't there. Man, Omar, you
I'm dealing with some shit right now. I'm telling you.
okay, but that's not
Listen, look,
every
let me tell you.
case. Not
So let me
every
break this down to
child
you real quick.
feels like
Let me break
that.
this down to you real quick. Shut that door real quick. Let me break this down to you. I'm never mind. Let me get out of here. Let me get my ass up. So let me explain to you what's going on. My oldest child, right? My oldest child right now. She's been living with me. I've never got a motherfucking dime, a food stamp, use that child on my taxes and none of that shit, right? So now when things were getting a little crazy, I started making her go home on the weekends with her mom. I'm like, you need to be with your mom some weekends because I'm paying for tutoring, I'm paying for she was in Kanye West choir, all these things, PGA golf, all these things, right? I was paying $5,000 for that girl to go to Sylvan. I thought that shit was only commercial. So I started making her go to her mom's house. She started coming back being real disrespectful to me and my ex-wife. Right? Real disrespectful. First of all, you've been with me now for over 3 years. Your grades are still sucking after I'm spending all this money doing these things. I'm here with you. We are here with you. That girl the other day was so disrespectful to me, Diamond. I'm just more mature now. I ignored it. The girl is so disrespectful and she's been living with me. I've been taking care of her financially, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all these things. Because now I don't know what they feeding over there. I'm not getting into that, or it could just be her. It could be in her DNA acting like that. I'm getting the same shit that I was getting when she was born, when I was dealing with the baby mama drama. So honestly, I've been to court several times before they was even 3 years old, fighting for my kids. So at this moment right now, can nobody even be mad at me if I said, fuck that, I'm not dealing with this shit? Can nobody be mad at me?
Your child can be mad
Listen,
at you.
hold on. I'm telling you from a father's perspective that's going through some shit. I
But
don't
you're
have to share
talking
my
about your
personal child.
specific.
I don't have to share my
You're
personal
talking
child. I'm
about your
sharing you some shit.
specific
Listen.
situation.
Oh my God. See, this is why us
Omar.
men don't talk, and this is why the fuck we be gone. I'm trying to tell you, at this point, I can either say fuck it and wrap it up, or continue to be in my child's life and deal with the shit and see if she changes. Or once she's grown, I don't have to deal with it anymore. People, we think, you know what I'm saying? And it happens when people are married. They're like, oh, that's why you should have kids before you marry. People get divorces and the shit be fucked up. People have baby mama drama. Some people's shit is perfect. What I'm explaining to you is some men aren't willing to do the things that I'm doing as far as going to court. Some women don't. They be like, fuck that. I'm not dealing with this shit. You know I'm a good parent. I'm a good person. You try to treat me this way. I don't want this shit in my life. And I'm gonna be real. It's a catch-22 because it's bad. It's bad on a good person. Look, it's bad on a good person because we, at the same time, of course, we should never abandon our children. But at the same time, you can't be mad that a motherfucker protecting their peace and they gonna let nobody drive their ass crazy.
That's selfish.
All right.
You brought the child here.
Omar.
It's your responsibility
I
to
get
try to
what
be
you're
in their life.
saying,
I
but
get what he's saying too, but it's still selfish.
Omar,
I
if I was you, hey y'all, Omar, if I was you, it will be scorched earth for her butt. You hear me? If you saying it like how it really is, where you've been there and she acting like her mama, if I was you, if she lived with me, oh, it ain't no more PGA golf.
Well, no.
It
So this
ain't
what
no more
happened.
none of that. It's everything.
She doesn't live with me anymore. No, I made her go back and live with her
I
mama
was gonna
because
say every time she with me, she'll be taking her
no,
butt
you're not going to
therapy.
disrespect my house. You're not going to disrespect your brothers,
facts.
your siblings. You're not going to disrespect.
Facts.
Okay, y'all changing the goalposts now.
Mom.
We talking
and the
about
thing is, no, look, but
Umar.
I know how to deal with it. What I'm saying is, a lot of people won't deal with it the way I'm doing it. A lot of people say, fuck that, and throw their hands in the air and go about their way because people don't have time. In this day and age, everybody isn't mentally strong as the other. That's all I'm explaining to you. I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not saying that these men or women are right for doing that, but I know it. I've seen it firsthand. And I've seen men who totally abandon their children like that way, and they'll pay child support and say, fuck it, and go start a whole new family. And they're
my father did.
They're living with their new family. They ain't going through no drama, none of that shit.
Yeah.
And of course, what the other baby mama go do, or what the other daddy go do? The baby daddy go do? He gonna be telling, oh, your mama ain't shit, your daddy ain't shit. The motherfucker got a whole new family. He don't care about you. Woo-woo. We have to be very careful how we speak to our children about the other parent. I don't give a fuck if you married or not. We must be very careful about the words that we speak to our children when dealing with the other parent, because it's something called splitting the staff. We let the children play us. Hold on. I'm making sense.
Omar, you are making sense. And I just want to jump after this. I'm just going to say, as far as you and your daughter, if I was you, I would just put her in therapy, work on your relationship, but do not reward that behavior.
I didn't. I don't reward shit. I don't reward mediocrity. But let me tell you, it's some shit called split the staff. So what you have to understand in this day and age, like a lot of y'all believe in corporal punishment, spanking your children. Some of y'all don't. I gentle parent, right? I understand both, being that I was raised in the 80s and my mother is more mature than a lot of y'all. My mother is the age of some of y'all grandmothers. What I'm saying is, it's a thing called splitting the staff. Y'all be letting your children split the staff. Just say the baby go like, oh, tell Diamond, mommy, I want to go do this. And Diamond like, no. Then the baby come tell me. And I'm like, yeah. Now we arguing. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit that go into parenting. And so I can't sit over here like, well, your mama did this, your mama did that, or your daddy did this. We have to, when you're parenting and it comes to this shit, It takes a whole lot. You got to sit back and really evaluate yourself daily because there's no blueprint and there's no blueprint to parenting. There's no handbook. And what I'm saying is everybody.
Omar, you've been talking for 30 minutes now.
I'm finna shut up. I'm finna land the plane. Y'all was cutting me off. And I was actually making sense. I can see if I'm running my mouth and I ain't saying shit. What I was, and I'm landing right here. We have to be very careful of what we're putting into these children, the energy, the words, the atmosphere, everything, because it will turn them against the other parent, and the other parent won't fuck with them no more. Then it's gonna be this conversation we having here, and then the person ain't shit, they ain't this and that. Y'all have a good one, Diamond. I'm gonna let these women have it.
Diamond, can I
What
say
they be
something?
telling us, Diamond,
And then
to
I'm gonna
choose better.
drop.
Y'all need to choose better baby mamas.
I'm gonna drop when I finish saying this, and then somebody else can come up. But what Omar said, I get what he's saying. And for my example, my parents have me. I'm their only child. My father never had any other kids. My mother never had any other kids. When my mother divorced my father divorced me. And he paid child support, but he didn't want to see me. He didn't want to be bothered with me or anything. So I was like, okay, cool. Long story short, I got hurt by my stepfather. The state was going to put me in foster care, or my father had to take me. So at the age of 8, I knew my father didn't want me. My grandparents had to step up and say, no, we're going to take my grandchild because she's not going in the system. My father lived in the same house as me, and my grandparents raised me. When I was 16, he told me in my face I should have shot it in the sheets. He felt that whatever my mother did to him, I did it to him as well. Now, thank God I had 5 uncles and 2 godfathers that were men in my life to show me how a woman's supposed to be treated. To this day, I do not speak to my father. And he has a whole new wife, and she came with 7 kids. I never disrespected my father when we lived in the same house, but he never did jack shit for me. And I was okay with that. I was like, you know what? And I went to therapy. I said, this is what it is. He preferred to take care of others than he do his only child that he has that loves him. And I used to put the front on for him. Everybody like, oh, your father's a football coach in the town, and you have everything you want, not knowing that he didn't give me everything I wanted. My grandparents and uncles did. They the ones that to talk to me about the birds and the bees and boyfriends and how you supposed to be treated, and made sure I had clothes on my back. So every man that makes a baby, regardless of how you feel about the woman, that's still your child at the end of the day. And you supposed to go through hell and fire to make sure you're in
Exactly.
their life.
That's what I was saying.
Point blank, period.
So I wanted to say, yes, both sides are actually accurate. There are mothers, what Omar is saying, there are mothers who act like that, and what Chrissy was saying, there are fathers who act like this. My question is in this whole entire situation is because we heard that this young lady is 22 years old. She reached out to her father. Her father has not been in his child's life forever. Instead of the father responding back to his child, he went online and then called her all types of baby smurf and mama smurf. And then when Mansa came up here and was basically holding the man and saying, okay, well, you should be taking care of your child, Backflips came up and said that Mansa is a simp. So I was just trying to figure out, why is Mansa a simp if he's just telling Black men to take care of their children and raising their children?
Yeah, Major Flips said that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Major Flips. So is Major Flips here? Because I truly want to know, why is Mansa a simp about this? Because is it he's simping because he's saying Black men should take care of their children, or is it because he's calling out Black men and holding Black men responsible? I truly want to know what is simping about that. And also, if you guys have Dr. Umar's number, can you guys please send it to me? Because I'm going to call him to make sure he gets on this show because he's got questions. Since he says his phone and number is public and I can't find it.
Well, I don't be worried about what nobody call me, because I can tell you one thing, and one thing for sure. You can say whatever you want to say over the internet, but I can guarantee you 100% certain nobody in real life, in person, will step to me and disrespect me at all, because I'm not going to disrespect nobody. But if you disrespect me, I keep something ready for that at all times. I don't play. I'm 50 years old. I ain't finna do no fighting. I don't do no fighting. I'm too old to fight. I don't do none of that shit. I don't play that shit.
But Mr. Mensa, I think there needs to be a broader conversation that needs to be taking place.
Diamond, you know what he got by his side. You know what it is.
Yeah, I ain't playing no games. I ain't gonna want nothing about me. If you know anything about a street dude, I'm a street dude, and I ain't finna play with you. I ain't finna let you get a chance to hit me and hurt me first. It's gonna be lights out if you come in my face. And I'm gonna go and do what I got to do and sit down because I done did time my whole life. I'm gonna go and sit down and do my time, and I'm gonna come back out. And if something happen like that again, it's gonna be the same situation. It's just that simple.
But I think there needs to be.
Get on the internet.
I just think there needs to be. I just think there needs to be a deeper conversation here, and I really want to hear from the man, because every time a man comes on this panel and holds other men accountable, you have these men who come on the panel and then calls them simp, or says they're simping because they're saying that they're holding men responsible for them misbehaving, or they're holding men responsible for their behavior and the actions that they display, or if they're holding men responsible for them mistreating women, they call them a simp. So I think there needs to be a broader conversation. I wish he was here because I truly want to know, why are you a simp for telling another man to go take care of his kid? That's crazy to me. But anyways, send me the number. I'll be back, y'all.
You are hilarious. You are hilarious. I heard what you was trying to say. Correct.
No, but one thing about me, rich girl, I see between the lines. So I understand what she doing, because she want an argument back and forth across the internet. So I peeped that. See, when you come from where I come from, you can see between the lines. A lot of people don't see between the lines, but I read and I see between the lines. So I understand what she's trying to do. But one thing I can tell you, you can call a person whatever you want to call a person online. That's I give them the benefit of the doubt for that. You know, that's cool with me.
She was talking about the other guy.
So why you over here? Why you over here trying to be delusional as hell? Because all I said was that these men need to have a conversation, and I'm over here defending you, trying to understand why the hell they're over here calling you a simp, because you're over here holding men accountable. Because for some strange reason, whenever other men hold men accountable for their actions, they like to call these men a simps. And I think you're an upstanding man. And I was very proud for the things that when you came up here and told that man, yes, she had every right to disrespect her father and hold her father to the goddamn fire, because a lot of these men do not do it. So when that man calls you a simp, because they do it not just to you, they do it to Zodiac, they do it to any man that comes on this panel and hold these men accountable. So I want to have a conversation with these men and ask them, why is it every single time another man holds y'all accountable, y'all want to call that man a simp? It's not about an argument, it's them having a conversation. So I don't know what delusion.
Okay, so you know what you know.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me read the YouTube chat. Hold on.
Looking for documents, you're just gonna bypass that when we clearly said it on live that they were something.
Oh, hold on, y'all. That's the wrong live. What the hell? Oh. What the hell? Okay, y'all go ahead. I got to find it. What the fuck is my live?
You just heard where that conversation went with that guy that just left. So when he come back, he gonna be on the same thing. It's not gonna be a clear answer.
Oh no, I'm not talking about backflips. I'm talking about, when I say the man, I'm talking about Corey Potts. I'm talking about rib saws. I'm talking about those truck owner, those type of men. Backflips have already gave me like he on something that he's not supposed to be on. I don't think you need to be having a confliction with backflips. I'm talking about all the other men that be on this panel that be calling other men simps for defending women. They know who I'm talking to. I wasn't talking about backflips, flip-flop, slip-flop. I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about the other man.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I can.
I'm a real street girl. I don't. When I see tension, I don't try to ignite more tension, especially when y'all say y'all gonna pull up. Now, all right, y'all. Bye.
Because the men that call names to other men, they hurt themselves.
Well, I can clearly say I apologize if that wasn't your intentions. I'm a man. I ain't scared to apologize.
No other man should be calling a man that. Period. I don't care. It shouldn't be called. If a man comes up here and he's defending a woman and speaking up for the woman, that man has no right to call another man out of his name. Period.
But that's what immature guys do, man.
Yes,
Them be immature
exactly.
guys.
Exactly.
That's all. You know, because you know, if you done heard me come up here, I'm not gonna call nobody out their name not one time. You can say whatever you want to say, and you see he called me out my name a few times, and I still didn't call him out his name because that's not what I do. I
Well,
don't do
he
that.
wanted that reaction and he didn't get it.
Okay,
But
so I gotta read this YouTube chat message. When are women gonna start advocating for women to stop using the kids as weapons instead of advocating for men to have to fight for their children?
How come when we talking about one gender, y'all always like to bring up the other one? But what about this? No, we're not talking about them right now. We're talking about the men. We're not talking about the women.
I don't
We
condone
gonna fight.
bad behavior on women or men's side. When it comes to your kids, and if you paying child support, if you being present in their life, then you're gonna have to do some fighting to get for the woman. If she being a butthole, you're gonna have to fight to get things right so you can see your kids and be in your kids' life. I don't condone that nonsense. I have a cousin, she thought she was gonna be able to just get child support and not send her kids to their father. And it was court ordered that he got them every weekend. So one weekend she was like, "You ain't taking your kids." And I nicely told him, I said, "You have rights, right?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "You call the damn cops on her." And she's like, "I can't believe you did that." I said, "First of all, you dummy, he paying you good money to have your kids." I said, "If I was him, I'd be getting full custody." I said, "And you gonna get mad because he want to take his kids for the weekend?" I said, "You wrong. You are wrong." And when I finished talking to her, she's like, "You know what? You're right. I didn't look at it like that." I said, "You ain't doing nothing but hurting your kids. Put your pride aside.
You're
Whatever
right.
you feel about that man or that woman, forget them. It's about that little kid that you supposed to be teaching the right way to grow up." Was
I have this
his
talk.
ex wrong? Umar's ex was wrong? Probably so, but he just is wrong. And
I
that's
have
the
had these
thing.
conversations. Are you through,
Manny,
ma'am?
I'm sorry, but Manny, you getting on my nerves killing that food like that. And you just worked out.
I have these conversations with three of my brothers constantly about the child support is not enough for the child. And one of my brothers always go back and forth with me and say, long as he pay child support, he don't have to worry about his daughter. And I tell him all the time, once you get old, that's all you're gonna have is your daughter. When you get to that sick bed and you don't have a wife because he don't want no wife, who you think gonna come to rescue you? Who you think gonna come to see you? Mama gonna be gone. Our mama is 74 years old. Mama is not gonna be here when you get old. So who you think gonna come up there and wipe your butt when the nurses ain't wiping your butt? Who you think gonna flip you on that bed when you getting them bed sores on your butt from laying there and them nurses ain't flipping you over? It's gonna be your daughter that's gonna have to come up there and step up and say something to them people in your behalf, because I have seen it so many times. But you know, sometimes you got people that's so hard-headed and they won't listen.
Say
They
it
That's
won't
why
loud
it's
for
a
the
listen.
long.
people in the
That's
back.
why it's a lonely epidemic for men.
Say it
Hold on.
loud for the people in the back, sir. Because my
Hold on.
father, who,
One
Hold
second.
on, Chris.
go ahead.
Actually, our Instagram message says, many over there eating like Damon Wayans on Major Pain. Laugh out loud. God damn, slow down. Eating so fast. He's sweating.
Done worked out for nothing.
Manny, was that your workout eating them wings like that?
No, I do like a mile or two. And so this wing place, I have to walk to it.
Oh, so you walk to the wing
So
spot to
you
get your
walk and
food?
exercise to go get the food.
I do a 2-in-1.
You know what, Manny? That's why I love you, because you
Do a 2-in-1. You got to have some balance in your life.
So are you gonna have that 2-pack before Miss Nisha's birthday party or no?
I am, girl. I'm working on it. I just walked 2 miles. Well, 4 miles because I walked 2 miles, getting there 2 miles back. So y'all just walked 4 miles.
Okay. Because you tearing that food up. I said, wait a minute, didn't he just say
Well,
he was
yeah,
working
because
out?
I started with nothing. Now I have something.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a
But
big difference, and I got the big one because I knew I started with nothing.
I believe exactly what that man just said, Mr. Manzo. My father's in that position right now. He's in that position right now. He has cancer. He got all kinds of stuff going on. And I was in the medical field for 15 years. And he call all his friends and tell them what's going on with him. They call me, oh, your father's going through this, your father's going through that. And I'm like, and that's not my problem. I said he chose not to be my father, so why should I come and
Don't he
save
got
him?
7 other kids?
He got
Step
seven.
kids.
He got 7 stepchildren, and none of them like him. They disrespect him. They try to fight him, and his wife let it happen. But if I call to check on him, she can't stand it. She be cursing me out in the background, doing all kinds of stuff. So we don't have a relationship. And I even forgave him. I forgave him.
Hold on. Wait. So you don't have a relationship because of his wife?
His wife and him. Because before his wife came in the picture, he still was treating me like I was nothing. So, and I even before he got married, I forgave my father. I was like, you know what? Because I can't hold this hatred for this man. So I learned by going through therapy, like, okay, I'm gonna forgive him and make myself feel better. And every time I tried to be in his life, he will always push me away. Even down to when I had his first grandchild. He only has one legal grandchild, and that's my son. He still didn't want to be, even a grandfather. And the same friends that helped raise me, they helped me raise my son along with my husband. He would tell him, he would go as far as saying, I don't want you spending time with my grandson. That ain't your grandchild.
It
And
sounds
they
like he
like,
got some kind of resentment towards your mother, and
yeah,
he's
it comes
taking
from
it
that.
out on you.
It comes from that. When my mother divorced him, he divorced me. When my stepfather choked me out and I was in the hospital, he didn't say, I'm gonna come get my daughter. My uncles and grandparents came and got me. So it's like, Dad, what did I do to you? It's like, I did all the things I was supposed to do. I didn't have no children. I graduated from high school. I got married before I even thought about having a kid. I did all the things I was supposed to do as his daughter. And that still wasn't good enough. So I was like, I had to come to the realization, like, that's not my problem. That's his problem. And I swore to myself, I said, I would never make my child feel the way my father did. Simple as that. So, like I said, men got to take responsibility just as much as the women do.
But a lot of men don't like to take responsibility. Like Omar was saying, the mother did this, the mother did that. Okay, but that ain't got nothing to do with the child. How's that the child's fault? How you gonna leave the child because you aggravated with the mother?
And that's the crazy part. And it's like you hurting your child because you mad at the mother. That's crazy. Yeah, we know it's some crazy women out here that use their child to get back at the father and stuff like that. But it's plenty of men
Exactly.
out here that don't even give a crap. They'll just be like,
And the
I pay
point
child
is,
support, so
they
whatever.
always on women about choosing men better, but you chose your baby mama, didn't you? So now you have to deal with the consequences of that's your baby mama, but this is your child. So do what you can for your child. Y'all be telling us to pick better baby mamas. Or how about picking wives instead of baby mamas?
Look, when I tell you, like everybody, people in my town thought I had the most cookie cutter perfect life. They thought I had the most cookie cutter life. And I said, ask my father when my birthday is. And they was like, what you mean by that? I said, ask my father what my birthday is. He can't tell you to this day. And I'm 48. I just had a birthday. He can never tell me when my birthday was. I
Hey
said, well,
everybody,
there
I'm gonna
you
do a
go.
quick commercial break before the show ends for the day. Welcome to the Black Diamond Show. As y'all know, she's up Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. Sometimes she expands that time and sometimes she pops up just to come and see how we doing. If you guys want to catch the show and you missed it, you can always go back to YouTube and watch the recap. Above, we have the website. You can go on the website and you can find all her latest products. If it's out of stock, send an inbox. Tell her what you're interested in. And she good at refilling it, but don't just be requesting stuff just to request it. She want to make sure y'all really want it. So, guys, sit back and continue to enjoy the Black Diamond Show.
Thank you, Angelina. Also, you guys can catch the recaps on the website as well, y'all. www.theblackdiamondshow.com. You guys can go over there and sign up. Yes, you guys can catch recaps on the Diamond Show website as well, you guys. Y'all tap the screen, y'all tap the screen. I understand both sides. Oh, you want to? Okay, it's okay, Birdie. It's up to you. I understand both sides. I do. But it seems like to me, this show be boring without that boy Rib and me and others. No, it don't. Kari. Somebody be Kari. Just say you want to come in the box.
I was just gonna say, how about you get in the box?
Say you want to come in the box. The show don't be boring. Why? Because you ain't up in here yelling and hollering and screaming.
Corey need to do what I'm doing. He need to go get us some hot water. That's what he
y'all
need to
up
do.
in here yelling and hollering and screaming. Y'all
Yeah, that's what he need to be doing. Go put some water on his nasty ass.
Now you know maybe he gonna get you.
Now he gonna come in the box.
You know he gonna get you, man. You know he gonna get you, man. God damn.
He need to get a loofah and a bar of soap.
Oh God.
Corey, you gonna let him drag your hair like that?
You know what? Y'all just say y'all want the mess. Just say y'all want the mess. Y'all don't want the topics. Y'all want the mess. Just say it.
The mess be good sometimes.
Just say it.
Diamond, the topic is very
Carrie.
good today. The topic is very good today. It's
mess.
just that you have so many men and women that's just so angry at the other person that they just totally forget about their children. And that's sad.
Corey said you sitting in dirty water.
So listen, y'all. I think it goes back to when these children are being made. A lot of times, y'all, the mama don't want the kids, the daddy don't want the kids. It's deeper than that. Some women, I've seen it. Like they would take the children away from everybody and then turn around and put in the children's head all type of stuff, when some of the fathers are trying to put effort. You got some that, if they ain't got the money, or well, if you can't do this for the child, or you can't see my kids. It's a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of things we do to our kids. Like I said, I see it all the time. I see it all the time, y'all. In 4K. And I can't stand it and I hate it. And sometimes when you speak up, when you see it, they get mad at you. They get mad at you and tell you to stay the fuck out of their business. So it works both ways, y'all. It do. I just wish it was some type of way we could fix this shit, because not only the child is being affected, both parties are being affected. The mama got some hate, you know what I'm saying, with the daddy got some hate with the mama. And then all of a sudden when these kids get older, they hold the resentment with their fathers. And majority of the time, if they really like have a sit down conversation with the mother and the father together, they'd be surprised. They'll really be surprised. But y'all know when our mothers is in our lives, we love our mama. So guess what? We're gonna believe what our mama say. Whatever our mama say, we're gonna believe what our mama say. Y'all know that. Our mama can tell us goddamn the sky gray. We walk out that goddamn door and see it's blue, we still gonna believe what our mama say. We gonna believe our mama is gray. God damn it, that's what it is.
I was thinking like, nah,
Hold
my
on.
child. That's why I didn't know them.
Who is who Birdie? Cool being here, but now I want to rant about Diamond and Manny. Who you talking about, Birdie? So yeah. Rev Cool. Who is Rev Cool? I don't know who that is, Birdie.
Oh, they must be talking about cool ass black woman.
Oh. Okay. I don't.
So do y'all really think out of all her 22 years of life and he been paying child support, he said he got the paperwork, he just ain't had nothing to do with her at all. Like
he said, let's have a conversation. Now, is she open into having it? He said, let's have a conversation, me and you.
She said no. She said she's not gonna sit down with him.
Okay, so hear me out. So she's going to keep. Okay, so if he's trying to have the conversation and you're rejecting the conversation, so now what? Where we at? Where we at, y'all? Because think of it, if he wants to have a conversation, it's a lot of us that will not have that sit down and conversation with our parents. So now what? Because we still mad.
Corey said it's a video where he said he wasn't there physically.
She reached out to him on the back end about the daughter or his sister or whatever, the sister that she said that she heard about.
I think she might.
Did you not listen? Yeah, I heard it. I heard what the fuck she said.
At some point, she should be able to have a sit down with her father. Even if she's still mad, she should be woman enough to sit down and hear what he has to say and see if the things his mother. Yeah, she does. If she choose not to talk to him, then I don't believe she should have came.
I don't think that makes her
forefront.
less of a woman, though. If she
It don't make
she
her
don't
less
wanna
of a
talk to him.
woman. But my thing is, if you're gonna make an outcry like she did, she should have wanted to say when he's offered to have a sit down, she should have been like, okay, I'll have to sit down. But at the end of the day, she gonna feel what she want to feel.
Why would you say she should have that sit down? We still don't know
because she still should get both sides of the story.
That's what you would want.
Okay, so hold on 1 second. So y'all saying she shouldn't have to sit down, right? But
I'm saying it's up to her.
Okay, but y'all
either way, she said she not woman. She should be woman enough to have it. I'm saying it's up to her. Either way, she's still valid in how she feels. Like whether she sit down with him or not, it still doesn't make her less of a woman.
But we're not saying if she's less of a woman or not. I'm not saying she's less of a woman or not. All I'm saying is if you want to get to the bottom of something and get some understanding, don't y'all think a sit down is appropriate?
Yep, to get closure.
No, if somebody called me Papa Smurf, Mama Smurf, Blue Smurf, One Smurf, Two Smurf, I'm not having a conversation with you because at this point you have already acknowledged that you don't give a damn about me. You calling me all type of blue pills and blue balls. Like, what is we doing here? Like, I feel like if he genuinely did give a damn about that girl, the way he would have approached it would have been
on the back end.
Yes, or since she already showed that she reached out to you, if you really gave a damn about your child, you wouldn't have come to the internet and call her all types of names and try to embarrass her. You would have called your daughter and be like, hey, I didn't see this message. Hey, let's try to sit down and have a conversation. You be so busy talking about something, bring the mama involvement. And what is we doing here? Like, the mama don't care about you. It's your daughter and you that's supposed to be building this relationship.
Okay, Native honey, I don't care, honey. Do what you say what you gotta say. I don't give a fuck. What I'm saying, right, is if she don't wanna have a conversation, right? He's coming to the internet responding to what she's saying. So Do y'all think that he is upset because, like, she's brought it to the internet?
Yeah. And it's probably messing with his well, it is messing with his image.
Okay, so hold on 1 second. So if she's upset, if y'all think that he's upset because she brought it to the internet, so do y'all think that's why he responded the way he responded?
No, I think it's a simple fact that Black children are not supposed to show any signs of emotion. So if a Black child goes outside of the quote unquote family unit and speaks about what's going on with them emotionally, or puts it to the forefront, and then the other Black people are like, well, now we're gonna hold you to the fire. That's the problem. She could have said it without going online. He still would have been upset about it. The fact that she even spoke about the situation and not kept it in between the household, I think that's what he's upset about.
His arrogance is the problem. He too damn arrogant in the way he speak about Black queens all the time, but call his daughter a baby Smurf. That was crazy. And then he said that was his daughter. After we was thinking it might not have been his daughter, and then he come out and say it was his daughter, and he been paying child support, but for him to call her Papa Smurf, my child can come out and do and say anything they want to say. I'm gonna get them in line. I'm not gonna degrade their name and say nothing about now one of my. I went through a lot with my oldest child, and my child lived with me his whole life. And I done went through a lot with my oldest child about my youngest child. And I don't care what he say, I will not say nothing degrading, call him out his name on no social media, to his face, to nothing, because I made him. So by me making him, I have to sit down and understand what is the problem and try to work through the problem to figure it out, because I am the parent. I'm not the child. I'm the parent. So you have to work through whatever problem y'all having to get through to the next situation. Every day you wake up, you're gonna have to fight some kind of situation. Some kind of situation. I don't care what it is. Everyday life. You can have everything that you think you have, and you still gonna have to fight every day.
And y'all not thinking about too, if she don't want to sit down with him and talk. This girl is dealing with, if he ain't been there, 22 years worth of trauma. And then one day with him just being like, okay, let's sit down and talk. Y'all want her to be like, yay, let's go sit. No, that might take time.
But at the end of the day, but I'm sorry, Manny. At the end of the day, she got the sister's number from the half sister's grandmother. She reached out to her and gave her the sister's number. So if you really wanted to reach out to your sister and get a relationship with her, why are you doing the money grab now? Because you come online and say, "Oh, I just really want to."
The same reason that everybody else demands it. The same reason that everybody else is demanding money. The same reason that everybody else gets compensated.
So I just want to say this to all the peoples. How is it that she had no father, but yet she has this tone and these words for her father? That is just shocking and alarming to me.
So sometimes, hold on 1 second, Manny. Hold on 1 second. Cash App message says Instagram. Y'all saying grown women, like the child in her, is not disappointed and angry. Maybe she was venting. Is it right for her to air his business to the world? Maybe or maybe not. It still doesn't take that no matter her age, he is a parent and he should be able to handle it better. So let me ask y'all a question. Just hear me out. Once she brought this to the internet and they have a sit down, how do you think the relationship is going to be after that?
Still rocky.
I think it's gonna be better, because I think at this sit down, he's gonna really be able to confront this mother and all the things that she has said throughout these years. And I think there's gonna be a lot of clarity on the daughter's part on watching them two rehash their relationship. Because that's really what it's gonna be, the daughter watching them two. And preferably the mother try to dial back all those years, because his, I'm sure, is gonna be like, I wasn't there, I paid child support. Now, what was the problem keeping me from being there? And that's what's going to open the door.
If he's going into this attacking the mom, that is not a great
It's not
solution.
gonna work. Yeah.
Because you're literally the daughter has been there for 22 years with the mother. You are the father, a non-existent person, which he admitted that he has not seen his child since he's been paying child support since she came out. So that means he hasn't seen his child. His daughter has reached out to you. You did what you did on social media. Now, to sit down instead of you trying to build a resolution and try to, come together with your daughter, try to figure it out. You're bashing the mama. That's not going to work out. She doesn't know you. She knows the mom. You're supposed to be trying to build a connection with your daughter. What the mama got to do with this? You and the mama don't got a relationship. You bashing the mom for what? That don't make sense.
I think it can potentially be good. I think a lot of times, not just children, but people get this idea of how they think of life is. She sees Dr. Umar on television. She has this ideal of, oh, he's rich. Oh, he has this. And I'm not saying 100% certainty, but sometimes we draw these conclusions and then we meet people and we realize they're nothing like we thought they were. We see a video and we think, oh, they're at this huge, beautiful place, but then we actually see, damn, they was renting that space out. That wasn't really theirs. I think if the mom has influenced the daughter's mind, which goes back to Manny's question, where's this vitriol coming from? Then meeting him could kind of soften her heart to see, like, dang, he human just like I am.
The vitriol is coming from he ain't been there. Even if the mama wasn't poisoning her mind, he ain't been there.
There is a reason he is not there, and it might not be the reason. You know what? It might not be the reason that we all come to the morning show and repeat over and over and over and over.
Fight for your child.
On reason.
At the end of the day,
he informs the child of what has transpired. Again, she will gain that clarity because men be trying to tell y'all the reasons, but y'all don't be hearing.
And the reasons don't be making sense.
So
that's your child. You fight for your child.
To tell y'all a reason.
You fight for your child, and that wasn't enough for me. You fight for your child no matter what.
Rich girl is the only one who interrupted Omar. That's first off. And second of all, I could hear the pain in Omar's voice. But like I said, sometimes we see his character on here, so our judgment can be clouded also. But I'm gonna say honestly,
thank you for acknowledging that your judgment can be clouded out. Thank you, because again, just because you know Omar does not mean you take away from his story, and that's what y'all do. I'm sure that's what the mother did, telling her child all the scandalous things about this father, but yet you can understand Omar's. Oh, I feel for Omar, but you ain't heard not a damn thing he said, though.
So, y'all.
Well, I have to let you say it, Manny, because if I say it, they're gonna attack me. I'm a woman, so it's okay for you to say it. Go ahead.
Y'all didn't do anything to Omar, so let's just indulge in this conversation. Let's just say there is a reason. So, what is the reason for you not responding to your child when she reached out to you? Not the mother. She reached out to you, trying to engage in a conversation with you. You haven't responded. What is the reason for you then to proceed to go online instead of responding to your child? You go online and make a video because you got to please your little crew and calling this baby all types of smurfs and all types of stuff. Still has not responded. That man is busy focusing on having a conversation with the mother and trying to engage in conversation with the mother when the mother already told him she don't give a F about him, instead of trying to engage and try to build a relationship with your daughter. What is the reason that your other daughter does not know about this daughter? She got to reach out to find out about her other siblings. Like, I'm just not understand. Let's indulge in this conversation if we want to, but there is absolutely no reason as to why none of the other siblings know about each other. You're going online instead of actually trying to mend a relationship with your daughter, and there's absolutely no reason as to why for 22 years you have not been around. I don't give a damn if the mother was chasing you every single day for child support. If you really wanted to be in that child's life, the way that he reacted wouldn't have been that way. I'm just saying.
I agree. If I could step in. How you doing, Diamond?
Good morning.
I can relate to this story a little bit because my 28-year-old daughter and her father somewhat similar, have a same situation. He called her out her name. She made several attempts. He is not owning up to his accountability. Child support does not raise a kid. I offered to cancel child support in order for him to have a relationship with our children. And we have two together. I said I would, because the child support was minimum to nothing, to be honest with you. So I said, I'll cancel the child support If you would just have a relationship with our children, that's all I wanted. I tried to force it. You can't force that. I didn't speak negative on my children's father. How do we know her mother spoke negative? We don't know that. His actions is going to show that he don't want to be there. That's just point blank, period. They're going to show that. And if he wasn't reaching out to his daughter, that's his fault. She shouldn't have to chase him. That is ridiculous. So he's a popular person, Dr. Umar. So she felt like if she constantly called him and he never returned her calls, the way to get to him was to get on the internet. She got his attention now.
So let me see this cash out Instagram message. Hold on. Diamond, he is very arrogant, but there is a part of the story not being told. He said there is a case file thick as his hand. This is a side of the story that involves her mother and him and the courts. If the daughter doesn't want the whole story, don't meet with the father. If she wants the whole story, then meet with the father, period. To hear each other's out. To hear each other out. Nothing but the explanation is going to make the child understand anything.
So let me say this. A lot of times y'all forget what even transpired before y'all even get pregnant. Y'all forget what transpired while y'all pregnant. Y'all even forget what transpired after y'all pregnant. And y'all feel as if all your pregnancy don't wipe the slate clean. No, ma'am, it does not. The things you done before you got pregnant, the things you done during you got pregnant, and the things you do after you got pregnant still affects that man and how he deals with you. Y'all need to think back.
And sometimes some of you men forget that when you was actually sticking your pickle whacker into that woman, y'all tend to forget what you was doing when you laid that. That means that you consented to having that child. Some of you men doing child pregnancy decides to then not be a part of that mother or treats the mother horribly, and y'all tend to forget that as well. So when we're trying to put blame on women, at the end of the day, this is a situation where you're the father. Your daughter reached out to you. You have not responded to your daughter. It's been 22 years. She's been reaching out. She does not know her other siblings. And you're on the internet calling her Papa Smurf and stuff like that. Again, if you truly did give a damn, if you quote unquote have a problem with her reaching out to the internet, you as the adult, because that's the problem here. You guys forget that you are actually the adult. You as the adult would have made sure you put proper measurements in place that her response, how the daughter has been responding, wouldn't have happened. You would have reached out to your daughter and said, hey, let's sit down and have a conversation. This is the side of the story. And maybe it would have went that way. You calling that baby Papa Smurf and doing all this extra stuff online, you already, with an already human relationship, what are we doing here?
Can I ask a question? Because my cousin, the one I said that lives in Pennsylvania, that works for the city, she got a divorce recently from her husband. And when he went to court, because he didn't want to pay child support, he told the judge, I feel that she's making my son the rainbow. So the judge said, what do you mean you think that? She's like, well, that's how I feel that she making my son act like a rainbow. And so he said, well, what you want out of this? I want more time with my kids. So he said, okay. He asked my cousin, he said, well, what do you want to do? And she said, well, if he feel that my son is not manly enough, he could take him. I won't put him on child support. The son didn't last a week with the father.
Hold on, Chrissy, 1 second. Fergie, if you click my profile, if you go on my profile, right, go on my main page, and all you have to do on my main page, and you'll see showcase. Click showcase, and that'll take you to my TikTok shop. Okay, go ahead, Chrissy.
So what do you do because like everybody's saying he should have been there, or she should want to sit down. And I'm like, but what happens when you have a little kid and he's old enough to know like these things that's being said? Like before my mother decided to divorce you, I was manly enough. Now that you want a divorce from my mother, now I'm acting like a girl. So the judge granted him pretty much full custody. He's like, look, you could take your son. They have 2 sons, but he wanted the one son, the oldest one. And that's what he used in court, that he kept saying, oh, she treats him like a baby and he's going to grow up being, the G word. So the judge said, okay, let's
We need to start using that in court. Thank you, Chrissy, for informing us. More men need to start using that because they having a problem going to court with y'all. So yes, men, listen up. Y'all need to use that same line. Yeah.
Hold on, wait 1 second. Ricky Smiley, you know you're in the box.
Okay. Yeah, I think more men need to start continue to use that line. If it helps them get the custody of the child against you women, I think they need to because men don't have the upper hand in the courts.
Did you just not hear her say that baby lasted a week with the son, the dad, and ended up going back to the mama?
That is his child. So you talking about a week?
And again, he did not last a week with his father. It ended up going back to his mother because the father assumed the father has homophobia, and instead of actually him being a father, he more focused on to try to figure out if the son is a part of the rainbow community or not. Instead of him being an actual father, he over here trying to what is we doing here, Manny? Like, come on, like at this point, you just being delusional at this point.
His child. He has that right to parent.
He didn't want to parent his child. He wanted to be a delusional like you. This man did not give a damn about the child. I just feel like at this point, man, you trying to be funny, and it's not funny. Like it's
that's what
learn. He has to learn.
He has to learn, but that man is more focused about his son not being a part of the LGBTQ+I community than being a father.
You don't have to cut me off, ma'am. Okay, we both can speak one at a time. But he does have to learn, and on top of it, he does have that right as the father. We're not disputing any of that, and the fact that it takes 1 or 2 or 3 days, parents do a lifetime. What the hell are you talking about?
They do a lifetime, they do a century, and they do a motherfucking dinosaur year, BC, EC, or DC time. At the end of the day, excuse me, sir, like you said, we had to speak one at a time. So, Sister Him, I'm going to need you to mute, because when you was talking, I was muting. So, Sister Him, you said one at a time. So, Joe, 1, 2, 3, hot. So, mute it up, Sister Him. Like I was saying, Sister Him, Sister Him, you got to mute it up, because you said one at a time, Sister Him. Because when we was having dialogue, you said one at a time. So, you need to follow your rules, Sister Him. Exactly, Sister Him. Yes, Sister Him. You gotta calm down, Sister Him. You gotta speak one at a time, Sister Him. You don't have the quorum. You don't have the quorum, Sister Him. You gotta speak one at a time, Sister Him. You gotta speak one at a time, Sister Him. I know you just finished eating that food, so you got a lot of energy, but you gotta speak one at a time, Sister Him. Sister Him, you gotta speak one at a time, Sister Him. Sister Him, you gotta speak one at a time, Sister Him. Sister Him, you have to speak one at a time, Sister Him. Sister Him, you have to speak one at a time. You have to speak one at a time, Sister Him. You gotta speak one at a time, Sister Him. Sister Him, you have to speak one at a time. Sister Him, you have to speak one at a time, Sister Him. I can't hear anything you said. When you was talking, Sister Him, I went on mute because you said that you wanted to go one at a time, Sister Him. I'm confused, Sister Him. Are we doing one at a time, Sister Him, or we're not doing one at a time? Because at this point, I'm just confused. Anyways, like I was trying to say that this man was more focused about the fact that his son was going to be a part of the LGBTQ+I community instead of actually being a good father. That's why that child did not last a week. A lot of the time that you men don't want to hold other men accountable. A lot of these men are not great fathers, and instead of them being great fathers and going to school to be great fathers, they're more focusing about the child not being a part of the LGBTQ+I community instead of being a father. Again, preference by saying what Ms. Christie said, that child did not last 1 week. The same situation with Dr. Omar. Has not been there for 22 years, but somehow it is the mother's fault for him not being there for 22 years. It is the mother's fault because she did not respond to his daughter's messages. It is the mother's fault because, again, he did not introduce all of his children together, but he's out there procreating and talking about how, Black women are this and Black women are that. What is we doing here? Like, that's why I said, man, I just feel like you're being delusional.
Together too, Christy. You know you was damn wrong to say that a child didn't last that long. You didn't even have to say that, but you chose to say that to prove your fucking point. So
hold on, Manny. Hold on, Manny. You didn't let me finish. You didn't even let me finish.
That's what they stuck on. They stuck on your last words.
But y'all cut me off, so I couldn't finish the story. You cut me off and didn't let me finish the story.
Go ahead, sister, but don't try to make it seem, girl.
Look, if you'd have let me finish, and don't cuss at me, man, because I have never cussed at you about anything.
Well, you just
if you let me, I'm not playing on anybody's top. If you
sister, you gotta calm down, sister. You gotta get some.
Oh my God,
sister. Your blood pressure through the roof, sister. You You
better
gotta
stop
be
and say any
hydrated.
moment
After you
said,
did
let
that
me
run, you gotta
finish.
be hydrated. You gotta get some liquid
How am I
IV.
going?
Go
Both
ahead,
of y'all are
Christy.
That's the
arguing.
shit that y'all do. Just like that parent probably
Sister,
stepped
you gotta,
back in and let
sister,
it
you
out.
got to
But then
calm down.
Chrissy
You
come
gotta
back
take your
after the
liquid
fact
IV.
talking about,
That's why you so
but y'all didn't
you
let me
so mad right
finish.
now.
But y'all
Sister,
didn't
you
let me
got to
finish.
calm
The
down.
same
I
shit
know
that
you
the
gotta be
parent
a
probably
tap
did
dancing for the
20
man, and I know
something
you
years
don't want to
ago.
hold
The
your man
same
accountable, but you
fucking
got to
shit.
calm down, sister.
Same fucking shit.
You gotta calm down,
At
sister.
She did the
And
same fucking
love,
shit
I
that
don't gotta
parent
do
did
nothing because
22
he over
years
there
ago.
disrespecting
Oh,
women,
let
but
her
you
finish
ain't said
now.
shit to
When
him.
they sit down with Dr. Umar, I promise you that mama gonna be talking about, oh, so let me finish the story now because my daughter didn't let me finish 22 fucking years ago.
I'm not sure they're gonna sit down with him and talk about them child. Y'all gonna praise him for not taking care of his kid
Okay,
anyways.
number one, my cousin's son is 12 years old, going on 13. And yes, he did not last a week. So he took her back to court, right? And every time they went back to court, it was always something. Now, mind you, she said, I will take you off of child support. If you don't want to pay child support and you want your son because you think I'm being too light on him, fine. At the end of the day, the courts realized he said that, oh, I think she's making him G because of XYZ. He just didn't want to be bothered with his kid. He didn't want to pay child support and he was mad because she went through getting DNA tests done and he never showed up. She went to court to lower the price when the judge said, well, this is how much you're going to pay. So at the end of the day, when he got legal custody, he brought him home before the week was out because he didn't understand what all goes into being a father. You can't just say, oh, I'm a dad and I take you to get your hair cut. You got to be there to do homework. You got to make sure they eat. You got to make sure they brush their teeth, get up on time, do their grades. All of that within a week, the teachers were calling her like, what's going on with your son? He's not acting like he normally acts. And she had to tell him, oh, he lives with the father now. But he still brought his son back. Even you went to court, took her to court, dragged her to court, instead he's saying, oh, I think she trying to make him G. His whole family and our family was like, what in the heck are you doing? But then the judge read through it finally. He was like, wait a minute. When the son is with her, his grades was going up. He's doing what he's supposed to do. She have him in activities. She had him in all this stuff. But then when he go to the father, everything just falls down by the wayside. And it's like, why would you say that just so you can go to court to get custody? Just say, you know what, judge, I want custody of my son and raise him. Because he do have two sons. He have a younger son. He don't have nothing to do with the younger baby. But the
Chrissy, and
oldest
can I
son,
say that's
hey,
Can I,
dangerous when
hold on, y'all.
you
Can I,
let your
Chris,
So
child
Manny
father
did
move
all that
in.
Chrissy,
hollering like he was
When you
motherfucking
think
10 by
when a
2
man thinks
wait,
for
give
that
me
his
my
one
child
point
is
to
second.
be
potentially
proven.
G, they are very aggressive
Chrissy,
towards those young
who is that
men.
talking
They
right now,
beat them,
y'all?
they harm them young men because they think they can beat
Y'all, who is
the
that
G
talking? I don't
out of
see
them.
nobody
So
box
I
right
think
now.
that's a good variable that she brought up, and that's why women, we got to make the judgment call. Despite everybody's opinion up here, you got to make the judgment call because you women, we are damn if we do, and we are damn if we don't.
That's why I don't understand why y'all keep giving niggas kids and they say y'all that they don't like y'all every day. I don't understand. I'm not trying to be rude or nothing. I'm just trying to understand it. Then we got to hear these think pieces every 5 minutes about how men ain't shit. If y'all know they not shit, why are you laying down with them? I'm not understanding. I'm not
I
trying to be
wanted
rude. I'm just gonna say the quiet part out loud that other people
Alex,
scared to say.
hold on, Alex. I'm glad that you are in the box. I just want to let you know that someone shared your video to me and they want your video to be the topic tomorrow.
Oh my God, Diamond. See, I'm like trying to tell you. Baby, they're gonna play my video tomorrow on the Diamond Show.
Yeah, I just wanted to say in reference to the Umar situation, even
Pick
let's
that
just
up.
say best case scenario, he went through hell and high water through the courts. He got paperwork up the wahoo, like he tried his darnest, right, to be in his daughter's life or whatever. Just giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna play devil's advocate at this point, right? What stopped him at the point that she turned 18 years old? In my personal opinion, as a father or even as a mother, neither depth, height, nothing will be able to separate you from the child that you love. And that's just how I view it. I mean, I don't give a damn what obstacles are put in place. You're going to fight to be in your child's life one way or the other. So the 4 to 5 years that she's been an adult, what was his excuse then? Because now the mother really doesn't really have to even be in the equation anymore. She's legally grown. So what was his excuse not reaching out to her when she became a legal age 18 to build that relationship with her? What was his excuse?
So sister girls, and that's all the sister girls. Why do y'all be forgetting the women that y'all are before y'all even get pregnant?
Okay, see, you're one-sided.
Right, there you go. That's something that men don't like.
You're one-sided.
Okay? He didn't
You're
like
biased.
that. He didn't like that when he got you pregnant, V-Ray. So when
You're
you got
biased.
pregnant, it did not make him fall in love with you to talk
Biased.
over him more.
I could listen to you if you were
make him
just
fall in love with you even more.
But you're biased.
You talk over
You're
him
very
now that you're
biased.
pregnant. That's also another reason.
Very biased.
That too.
So I don't take what
you always
say
over talking
and
me, and now that
irrelevant.
you're pregnant,
You're
I
biased.
hate it even worse. Like I hate it even more. Like it
Listen.
elevates.
Was your father in your life, Manny?
Oh, I have a question.
Was your father in your life?
So
Since
Manny,
you want to add about me and my children,
Can I?
was your father
I'm gonna
in
turn
your
my
life?
life. I only got
Y'all
6 minutes
really
left for my
get
break.
with
Can
the
I say
men.
something?
Y'all
I'm
Was
gonna
your
still be
father
talking to you,
there?
Daniel. Give me
And
1
then
second.
y'all forget
Can I
the
say
men.
something?
If you want to add my children,
Do men got a
who you
perm?
were,
their
ma'am.
father, was your
That's
father
good
in
as
your
hell.
life?
Forget who you
You
were.
refuse to that though.
Emmanuel,
Do
can I
not
please
forget
talk?
who you were.
Sister,
Was
you
your
gotta
father
stop.
in your life?
That's what
I
y'all keep failing to
cannot.
realize.
They
The
hollering. I
man,
can't
You
yell with
gotta
them. Can
stop
I say
y'all
screaming. You
something?
gotta
who he
calm
was.
down, sister. You gotta be a
Each
lady.
and every time y'all don't forget who he was.
Not
Why
But
y'all
lady.
sister,
think
you
he
gotta
forgot who he
calm down. You gotta
He
be a
has forgotten
lady.
either.
Manny,
I
Manny,
He
didn't
has
was
say.
your
not
father
You
in
forgotten
your
gotta be a
life?
either.
lady.
He has
Manny,
not
I say
forgotten
something.
either, ma'am.
Manny,
So
was
it
your
took
father
him
in your
having
life?
a baby to notice
Is
that
your father in your
she was
life,
talking
Manny?
too much.
Apparently, y'all need to have a baby or something.
It took him
Manny,
laying down with the woman to then
Man,
hold on,
was
sister.
you
your
You
gotta
gotta
father
calm.
stop
Sister,
yelling.
we
in your
having a
life,
dialogue, and
Manny?
every time I speak, you cut me off, sister. You gotta be a lady. You gotta let us. It's a
Did you
dialogue. We
your
having
So
mother?
tea
can
and crumpets. You gotta be a lady.
sis, can
So
I
hold
say
up,
something real
Alex.
quick?
Hold up.
I only got
Yes,
5 minutes left
yes,
in my
I
break.
got you, Alex. I'm gonna say my thing in 2 seconds. So I'm just
Okay.
confused. So it took for him to lay down and have a baby for him to realize that that woman was talking too much, sister. Is that what we're saying? So he didn't choose better, sister. Go ahead, Alex.
Unfortunately, QL, that's how it be. They keep some of those things suppressed, and
Oh,
then
so he should have chose
So,
better.
and that's
so
true.
what I
We
okay.
say these things, but it's
Let
true.
Alex say what
We
she
do
got
have
to
to
say,
choose
y'all. She got to
better.
go
My
back to work.
God,
We
Jesus
do.
Christ. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I told y'all about a week ago that I had started to consider motherhood again. I mean, not again, but you know what I'm saying, for the first time, like actually having a baby, not co-parenting, not being a bonus parent, nothing like that. But I can't get out of my head like these type of conversations, how there's so much credit given to men of figuring it out, whereas women have to know how to do it regardless. Like, yeah, I'm listening for like 20 minutes now, and there's excuses being made, like, well, maybe he don't know no better, well, maybe he got to grow into it. And I've heard some of our grandparents say the same shit, where they give men time to figure out how to be parents, but women, from the moment that they get up out that bed and they put that car seat in the car when they give birth, they from the time they leave the hospital, they got to figure it the fuck out. Shit, even while they're in the hospital, but after delivering, they got to figure it the fuck out. There is a high demand for women to know how to be parents, and men, it's optional. And that's why I'm not telling y'all to be anti having children. I'm just asking women to wait from the time they leave the hospital, they got to figure it the fuck out. Shit, even while they're in the hospital, but after delivering, they got to figure it the fuck out. There is a high demand for women to know how to be parents, and men, it's optional. And that's why I'm not telling y'all to be anti having children. I'm just asking women to wake the fuck up, because this panel, some of the people on this panel, are excusing men not showing up for their children. They're excusing men not stepping up the way that women have to. Women don't have the option to opt out of parenthood. Now, can they? Sure. But if y'all know how y'all treat women that don't be mothers versus a man that's not a daddy. If it's a daddy that's not being a daddy, I'll be like, well, you know how men be. Y'all know niggas be deadbeats. Y'all got 55 excuses why men are not being fathers, right?
Exactly.
Which is why I applaud the ones that are. So I'm not telling y'all again to be anti having kids, but you would be a fool to keep listening to these people tell y'all how men don't have to be step up individuals, and you still go have a baby by these niggas.
I'm
It's
sorry.
sickening. It's
It's
really
disgusting,
disgusting.
especially
Well,
It's
black women.
very, very disgusting
if-
because everyone can't, everyone, well, Manny in particular, he's being biased, right?
No,
He has
I
judgment.
agree with
No,
Alex.
no,
I'm not
no.
being no
You
fucking
have,
bias.
you,
I agree with
you're
Alex
being, you have
wholeheartedly.
been
What she just
biased
fucking
this
said.
whole
What you
entire
mean?
time. You're
The
doing
fuck
this
you
gender
mean?
war rage bait type
I'm
of
not
thing.
doing
You
that
do
to
it
them.
all the time.
Then the what? Alex just
You do this
Alex
rage
just broke down the
bait
same thing
all
I've
the
been
Sister,
time.
you have
saying.
to calm down. Why do you keep screaming, sister? You gotta be a
Because I
lady.
want to.
No,
That's
you
the
gotta
freedom
be
I
a
Manny,
fucking
lady.
have.
Stop
I
screaming,
can.
sister. She's
Manny,
You
can I
do
talking.
ask
this
you a
Just one
rage
at a
question?
time,
bait, and
sister.
you do this
Calm
rage bait.
down.
I can do what the fuck I want to
You
do.
Manny,
put,
can
Yeah,
I
well,
ask you
my
a
thing is,
question?
sister, you want us to respect you, and
you
every
pit
time we do
men
something to you, you
against
want to
women,
complain, sister.
women against
Okay, well,
men
we can do
all
what the
the
fuck we
time.
want to do too, sister, but we try to have a dialogue, sister.
Literally, it's
Calm down,
Hello?
sister. You
Manny,
out here
it's
looking
can
like
I ask
Harriet
disgusting.
Tubman
Manny
in
a
a baby
question,
fat.
y'all?
Calm
Very
down, sister.
disgusting.
Can I ask
Very
Manny a
disgusting.
question, y'all, please? Manny, my question is to you. This day and age, a lot of men and women, when they hook up and date, they don't talk to each other. They don't ask about their back childhood and how they was brought up and different things like that. So my thing is, when I was dating my husband, I asked him, I said, what would you do if we had a child together and one of them became out gay? And he was like, I don't know. I don't think I would be able to handle that. And I said, wait a minute, if that's your child, you should love them regardless. And he thought about it, and we talked about it more and more and more. And I said, look, I don't want to be one of them parents where I don't show my child affection and don't tell him I love him or kiss him. My son, I love you, son. He gets hugged, he get kisses, and that don't make him less of a man. My son is 19 years old. I don't tell him not to cry when he have feelings. So when you have a father that's doing that to a kid or saying, oh, my wife is making him feel feminine, I want full custody, then it's like, okay, well, you go ahead and take him and do a better job. But then when you get the job, it's too rough, you want to give them back. Women are damned if you do and
All
damned
this,
if you don't.
no, it's not it. We just can't fall in a trap because all this rage baiting and pitting the men against the women and the women against the men, it's not productive. It's not productive at all. And we understand that, and these are some real cases here. This shit is real out here. And all this pitting one to rage bait, pitting one gender against the other is non-productive at all. It has no productivity at all.
So
And
you think
Manny,
Manny being
you do it on
disingenuous about
purpose.
his feelings?
You do this shit on purpose, Manny. And this shit is not a joke. Always, it's not a
So if
joke.
you are
It's not a
against
joke.
men, that's the
People
only way
do with
of
some.
dating or something of that
You
sort.
do it all the time, Manny.
Unless you really want to
You're
be
very
against
biased.
someone,
You are
okay?
very
Don't worry
biased.
about Manny B. Ray. You just be the best you, okay? Because I'm
No,
already
you have
taken,
so
man.
much
I'm
judgment
already
on
taken,
women
man. So you be
and
the
their
best
life
you that you
choices.
could be. Focus
But
on that. Focus
when
on
you
that
put,
more, B. Ray, and stay out
when
my
people
back
put
pocket,
your
okay?
foot to the fire,
Focus more on what you
put
want to
your
talk about
foot
and
to
not
the
what
fire,
Manny got
you
coming out
have
his
so
mouth,
much
okay?
judgment on these
Focus on you,
women.
and I do
So
it.
it's
I'll judge
sad.
your ass too, B. Ray. What the
Okay, well, I
mean?
judge you
It
too.
ain't nothing.
Was your father in your life?
It ain't nothing
Was your
new.
father in
Manny
your
gonna
life,
say what
Manny?
he wanna fucking
Was
say,
your
B. Ray,
father
and you
in
can
your
kiss
life,
my
Manny?
ass.
Was your
Okay?
father in your life?
You can kiss
Was your
my
father
ass.
in your life?
That's who's
Since you
not
got
in
all
my
this
life.
judgment,
B-Ray
since
is
you
not
got
in
all
my
this
fucking
judgment
life.
on women
That's who's
and the
not in my
decisions that
fucking
they
life.
make,
B-Ray.
was your father in your
Fuck.
life? You can't
The
answer that
fuck.
though. You can't answer that. You got so much
B-Ray
judgment
is
for
not
everybody
in my
else.
fucking
But when
life.
somebody put your feet to the fire, then you act oblivious. You don't know. This shit ain't no
It
joke.
ain't nothing new, man.
This
I'm
shit
doing
ain't no
get that
joke.
motherfucking response
This
out
shit
of you.
ain't
Who
no
the fuck
joke.
you
Women
thought
out here
you were?
suffering and you
It
making a
ain't
fucking
nothing
game and
fucking
mockery out
new.
of it. You making a
You
mockery
think
out
you
of
gonna be the
some
one
real
that beat
ass
up
Sister,
shit.
your
again,
And
own
it's
why
not a
are
man?
you
joke.
screaming,
So
sister?
now
It's
he
only
don't
us
want to
ladies on the
fucking what?
panel.
Ruin
Why do
your
you gotta
mood? It ain't
scream?
nothing new, ma'am. It
Why
ain't
you
nothing
gotta
fucking new.
calm
You can
down? You
sit out
gotta
and
take
wait
your
on it
liquid
just like the
IV.
rest
You
of
gotta
them.
be a
You can sit
lady.
out and wait on them just like the
Why
rest
are
of
you
them, okay?
always screaming
You
at
can
us
wait on them.
ladies? It's only us ladies on this panel. You cannot be screaming at us
Well,
like that.
it's me
You gotta
today.
calm down,
Kiss
sister.
my
Come
ass.
on. You gotta be a
It's
lady.
me
You gotta be
today.
a
It's
lady.
me
You don't
and
have to
Dr.
scream at
Umar,
her and
and
cut
we
her
not
off.
going for
We're
this
having a
shit.
dialogue. Us
Me,
ladies
Dr.
can't be
Umar,
talking to
and
each other
us
like
men are
that.
not going
Come
for this
on.
shit.
It's Women History Month,
We're
sweetheart.
not
Come
going
on,
for this
baby.
shit.
It's Woman History Month, lady. Come on, we're ladies. We should not be talking to each other like this. You're screaming and hollering at her every time she talks. You cutting her off. You're cussing and stuff. Come on, we're ladies.
I got the fucking option to be what the fuck I want to.
Well, okay, so I mean, I understand that, but we're ladies. We don't have to talk to each other like
Y'all
that.
love being a lesbian.
This shit is not a joke, man. Everything isn't a joke. Everything is not a joke.
Not even a lesbian, but just loving women is so lit. You ain't gotta have dumb ass conversations with a man screaming at the top of their motherfucking lungs like this. Manny hollering, she everybody hollering.
Yeah, she want to grab a pitchfork. Alexander done told him, oh, the men get to choose what they want to do around this motherfucker deal. When Manny said, oh, she lost again, it's a fucking war.
Manny,
You do it all the time, Manny.
hold on,
This
bro.
a fucking
Y'all
war.
hollering.
You're not blind, but you do it all
Manny,
the time.
but you hold on, be right. But Manny, in all fairness though,
Don't fucking address me. Don't fucking address me. I'm in my fucking jacuzzi. Don't fucking address me.
well, if you in a damn jacuzzi, why are you talking to us?
Jacuzzi
Since
with
you
all
so
your
busy.
clothes? Oh,
You in a jacuzzi, but hollering. Let me tell you something. I think this conversation has a lot of nuance to it, absolutely. But Manny, you think you are more on a personal side because you empathize as a man and they empathize as a woman, and that's okay. Do I agree with your points? No, respectfully. I hear what they said, the women is saying, but I do think you have a commitment to men, so you are a little bit biased in this conversation. They're giving you examples of how this is chaotic, and you're like, well,
man, Alexander, you can't change that, so kiss my ass.
I thought I'm confused.
Okay.
He said he was a lady, and now he said he a man. I'm confused.
Manny just told me to kiss his ass back. I ain't kissing that little bony ass. I like your little juicy tail. I'm just man. Yeah, you kiss my ass. How about that at the backyard boogie, nigga? We go back to work. I'm proud of niggas. Can't do it today. Yeah, wait for my damn check to come in. I got shit to do. Ever since his hair grew past his ear a little bit, he been acting a fool. I ain't got time. Yeah, you give black people a couple more inches past their ear, and that's how they act. Manny, go to hell.
Yes, y'all not gonna keep playing on men's top now. Y'all gonna relax.
But Manny, but sister, we was agreeing with you. So I don't know why you was screaming at us and yelling at us. We are ladies. You cannot keep talking. No, we was agreeing with you, sister, and then we disagree with you, and then you just be screaming at us. We are ladies. You cannot be talking to us like that. We are two ladies. All of us is ladies. You cannot be talking to us like that. That's so. I'm so disgusted. That's so horrible. I just feel so offended because this is Women's History Month, and the way you just talking to me like this as another woman is diabolical to me. I just don't understand.
Don't trail me on no tracks or nothing. I move swiftly.
Well, I mean, you can't be moving too swiftly because you still arguing and yelling. And you say you didn't want to be yelling and arguing. So if you don't want us to yell and argue with you, so why are you yelling at us? It's a conversation.
I know y'all can yell and argue.
But you said we shouldn't do that to you.
I know y'all capable of it.
But we wasn't trying to do that, sister. We should have a conversation as women and hold each other accountable, sister.
Don't do it.
Why is it that for us, you can hold us accountable, but when we tell you to hold them men accountable, you don't ever want to do that, sister?
If you're not trying to do it, then don't do it.
I mean, sister, I'm just trying to say, like, why you have a problem with us holding men accountable? Sister laugh.
What was the kiss his tail? Now, what was that about? Diamond, you need to answer why your messy tail is.
I'm just so confused. Why is it every time we talk about how men should be responsible for the things that they do, it's a problem? But then whenever these men come on the panel and hold women accountable and dog us out, it's never an issue. Now we're telling these men, well, you have a daughter out there. Take care of your daughter. It's a problem. I don't know why sisters yelling at us like that. I feel so sad. I really do like our sisters.
I was hoping to get up here and ask him. Greetings. I was hoping to get up here and ask him a few questions. I wanted to see what happened here to press his button to be yelling that way. And I wanted to know about his emotional regulation. I was trying to see if I could have a man-to-man with him. But on the topic itself, I'll say this. The bar is low.
There's nothing wrong with Manny J.E. He has plenty of emotional regulation. He's just matching energy. Okay, there you go, Lou. There you go. I'll go silent. Take care of it.
I don't need no fucking man-to-man with him. Who the fuck you trying to have a man-to-man with? I got a man to have a fucking man-to-man with.
It's okay. Let him get it all out. Because I would love to talk to him. Just let him get it all out. It's okay.
got a man to have a fucking man-to-man with.
I hear you.
Fucking
But would
man-to-man
you? But would you like to have a conversation with me,
the
brother?
fuck I would not.
Okay. Well, do you mind
Now you
muting
can get
while
cussed
I
out
speak
just
what
like
I?
anybody the fuck else, like you was gonna get something fucking different.
My man, I respect your boundaries on that, and I won't talk to you. But do you mind me speaking on the topic?
Crazy.
Thank you. And sweet and swift, I thank you as well. I know you are a mod in this space, and you know him better than I, so I take your word for it also.
Thank you, Mr. J.E.'s
No
former
problem.
mod, but yes.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Yeah, he changed he already firing people. You know, go ahead, James.
Oh, wow. Somebody said I was coming to simp softly. I would love that person to define simp for me. Nobody can ever give me the definition. Nevertheless, when it comes to fatherhood, what I've experienced as a father myself is the bar is very low for us. We can do the bare minimum and damn near get a parade tomorrow.
That's the one.
My wife and I, we have 4 kids. And if I'm out with them, it's just me and the kids, strangers damn near congratulate me for being with my kids. Like it's, I don't know, like it's something that we should be given awards for. But if my wife is out by herself with all 4 kids, they look at her like something is wrong. Like she made a bad decision. Like there's something not clicking there. And as it regards Dr. Umar, in whom sometimes he said things, I'm like, okay, I see what you're saying. For example, when he said, when women of today, especially single moms, that men have to take accountability for how they became that men should be the ones who are stepping up. If we want to believe ourselves to be leaders, then we have to take those hits for what we didn't do as a collective, not individually. He said that once upon a time, like last year. I'm not sure why it is so hard to believe this person is or was a deadbeat. I mean, my man has been a charlatan for a long time. He started talking about that school in 2014. And he keeps telling us the reason why that building is still vacant in Delaware is because he don't want to have to go through white man's paperwork. I give a brother props for the times that he's right. But knowing the history of this country and a bit this community, well, knowing the history of man, because believe it or not, child support goes all the way back to England. This is something that happens all the time. So I don't know. I hope they can figure it out. But as it stands, I'm not really surprised.
Drop these motherfucking kids off to their daddy. Take them kids to their daddy. If the nigga got money, he don't, make him watch his kids. Get a nigga the kids. It's a park.
Yes,
you can make sandwiches.
Omar.
It's potato chips. Nigga, I ain't always have money. I still don't have money all the time, Diamond. Guess what I'm doing right now? That 4x4 out there, we going fishing, we going camping, we doing the shit that my dad did with me. We're creating memories. I'll be 46.
That just apply to sons
I
and
like
daughters.
that.
And that's what most
You just
kids
said you
want.
gave your daughter
That's
back.
what most kids want at the end of the day.
We're starting to
is the
travel.
time.
We're starting to travel. We're going to go on fucking road trips, African American Museum. Drop the motherfucking kids
I love
off.
that.
Y'all be making excuses. And then y'all want to keep the kids from the daddy because he won't give you no good dick no more.
Wait, Omar. Omar, are
all
you?
the time and you don't want to pick the kids up?
When you said African American Museum, are you coming down to Alabama?
It ain't about you. It's about them kids. And people forget that. Then the kids grow up with issues. You motherfuckers still don't even put them in counseling.
That's true.
And then you want to talk bad about each other and wonder why the kid grew up to despise you. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit to this shit. And everybody want to place the blame on the other person and on the next parent. What kind of parent are you showing to be? You're not a good parent if you're keeping the kid away from the other parent.
You're also not a good parent if you're not there as well.
Hey, but Omar, wait, give me a second. Omar,
Notice how y'all always like to blame the women, but y'all don't also blame the fathers who are actually visibly not there, the ones who's not taking care of them. It's both parties that are responsible, but y'all solely
y'all daddies in your life?
blaming the women.
My dad was in my life.
Even in this situation where the man is
Mr. J
that he
and
don't
Mr.
give a
Omar,
damn
I
about the
commend
goddamn
you
daughter.
for
Y'all
stepping up
still
and
are
being
finding
fathers to
a
your
way to blame the
children.
woman.
Was
If
y'all
y'all gonna
daddies in
blame
your
both
life?
parties, blame both parties. not just the woman. Y'all only want to
Was
hold
y'all
women
daddies in
accountable.
your life?
Yes.
Okay, well you should pick a man like your daddy.
But it's crazy when you're a child.
I pick the man like my father. That's why my bills are paid. I don't worry.
Yeah, but see, you talking about bills, we talking about kids.
Okay, but my thing is that you guys are, when we're talking about the children, y'all solely only blame
Diamond killing me with
y'all
this
have an
filter,
issue
y'all.
with women. I don't know what happened with y'all and y'all mothers and why y'all mothers neck never grew smaller. I don't know.
Diamond real crazy, right?
It's small. That's why y'all problematic.
That filter is wild.
This ideology that it's always the black woman's fault and never just the man or both parties involved in the situation is
Mr. J, I commend
the time that
y'all
y'all get on this
black
panel,
men.
y'all only blame women, and it's diabolical.
I
Even in
commend y'all.
situations like this, y'all only blame the woman. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if every time you woke up, you realize that your mother never lost weight after giving birth to you, but that's why you still upset that woman. But at this point, it cannot solely just be black woman's fault.
You talking about men in general?
Everybody that's and in this conversation that has about this situation, it can't solely only be black women's fault. Something is wrong.
Okay,
Everything is black women's fault.
What happens is, this is what happens. Look,
Diamond wild.
Y'all do know this.
It's crazy.
For
A
real,
child
for
that
real.
does not know his father can speak like that about his father, and it got that information from
What
nowhere.
if the mother don't want the father?
And there's kids like that, Manny. There's active parents. You just heard Christy literally tell you about her story with her own father and how she has consistently forgiven her father. Her father has consistently treated her like shit. So then what is it? It's still the mother's fault? Y'all consistently blame women for every situation that happens in a black community, and it's tiring at this point.
Let me say something about this conversation.
It's either both parties' fault or it's also the father's fault or the mother's fault. Y'all blame all these
Y'all do know
women.
y'all can pay
Christy
for time.
just for her story,
Y'all
and
can
y'all
cash out
consistently blaming one woman.
Moment.
Oh my.
Okay, so hold on, wait 1 second, chat, baby. Chat. Soon as you're done, honey, let Omar chime in, please.
I'm the same as Diamond. Every single thing is always our fault. Everything. If a man coughs, it's our fault. If a man sneezes, it's our fault. A man don't wash his ass, it's our fault. A man got blue balls, it's our fault. Everything is our fault. Even in this situation where both Omar and Christy has told their story, I came up and I said, Omar, that is true. What Christy is saying, that's true. They're still blaming the women. Christy just told you how her mother didn't say nothing bad about her father, that daddy still treated her like shit, and it's somehow still the woman's fault. This is ridiculous. That man's not taking care of his kid. He don't give a damn about his daughter. But somehow it's the mom's fault.
Well, I commend Omar and Mr. J for stepping up and being fathers. Because my husband went through the same thing. When he had our son, he went to the store one day and he came home so upset. And I was like, babe, what's wrong? And he's like, oh, I seen a girl from high school. And she's like, oh, you got your son for the weekend? And he's like, no, I got my son every day, all day. I'm married. Right. And the look that she gave him was like, ugh. And he was like, why do women do that to me? I said, because they so used to not having a man.
Christy,
in
you just heard
life.
JE say men get praised for the bare minimum. A man
I
said
know. And that's and that's why I commend them, because it is fathers out here that step up to the plate and they don't get the credit that they deserve.
Can I say something real quick?
Other fathers that y'all be down and can't commend them too.
Hold on, Manny. I have a question. This is for the comments. Can y'all put it in the comments? And I want y'all honest. I want y'all to be as honest as y'all ever been in y'all life.
I'm honest with you with that filter.
Okay, so hold on, wait 1 second. We're gonna let Omari talk, but I want my comment section too. If I looked at like this, would y'all support me for real? I just want
No, your name would be Bubble Lip Drip.
Be honest, y'all. Tell the truth. Just tell the truth. No, to tell the truth, shame devil, y'all. Tell the truth. Put on your kids. Put on your kids.
That Diamond, they gonna look at your thing back there and be still accepted.
So y'all said no.
It do change the look, sis. It do change.
Okay, so hold on 1 second, y'all. Hear me out. So is that discrimination?
No, I'm just saying it changes the look, sis.
Oh, okay, but they said they wouldn't support me. Is that discrimination?
They might be feeling like I'm feeling. It just changes the look, so that's really, the look is not the same.
Okay, so you guys are discriminating. The comments are saying yes. Okay.
I think you would.
All y'all to court.
I would support you. I done seen some.
All y'all to court.
See, that's why I just say.
Go ahead, Mari. Go ahead, Mari.
They more ruthless.
What I was gonna say was, I didn't. Not one time did I blame the mothers. The thing is this: motherfuckers be like, fight for your kids. Why should a person have to fight for your kids, right? I'm in California, so I'm in Los Angeles. Actually, the mothers get first everything out here. When you go to court, it's mothers. It's in the mother's favor, no matter what, off the back. You got to be a fucked up individual for the daddy to get full custody out here, right? Other than that, the dad has to fight for his percentage of custody, right? Legally and physically, right? Because people seem to get the custody shit twisted. If you don't got kids, you know about legal and physical custody. Because a motherfucker be like, oh, I got full custody of my kids. It could be legal, not physical. Physical is who the child spending the most time with, or the time that you spend with your child. I'm not blaming how am I blaming women when I'm saying drop the kids off to these niggas? Come get your fucking babies. If I was a father and I was holding and I have full custody of my children, I'm gonna tell them to come get their damn babies. And the crazy part is the cool niggas who want to be a daddy, y'all chase these motherfuckers off. But the niggas don't want to do shit with their kids, oh, y'all chase them niggas down the street to try to get them to get these kids that they don't want. You know what I'm saying?
Can you elaborate on that, good brother?
Which part?
The chasing off the men who want to be fathers.
But he's not blaming women. He done did a whole dissertation about how the women
No.
ain't giving us
Give me a moment, QL. I just want to hear the brother elaborate. I want to hear him expound on it.
I swear to God, QL, I can't wait till you have your first baby. I hope TikTok is around. I hope TikTok around when you drop that low, baby. I want to see this shit.
I'm gonna go down there. Actually, maybe fucking laugh.
I can't wait till you drop that low. No, and I'm saying it happens. What y'all gotta understand is I'm speaking from a male perspective, so I'm not gonna always say men. That's why I say men and women, right? But I'm speaking from a male perspective, so of course I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying, certain things, and then people are always gonna say, well, it's women too, or when they do that on this app. When you're speaking on one thing, you can be talking about men. They be like, well, women do it too. Well, we talking about men right now. Or if I'm speaking it's not like I'm just blaming women. I told y'all from the jump that there's some deadbeat ass mamas out here too. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, it's common sense. People start thinking with their emotion and their feelings, and they're not putting the children first.
J.E.'s, he might have forgot your question.
Yeah, so the question was the women running off men who want to be fathers, the ones that you believe legitimately want to be, like how
I've seen it. I've seen it numerous times. I've seen it to where a lot of these men, they really want to be fathers, and the mother all of a sudden, the father is there providing for the child all the time, financially, physically, emotionally, everything, right? The mama still go put him on child support because she mad he ain't fucking her. She'll do things to where the father can't pick the kid up on his time. I've seen the shit. Y'all seen it too. So, it's a difference on TikTok when people try to fight for their proven points. And then when you live in real life and we know what the hell going on out here. And it's
so
not
here's the reason why I asked you to expound on that is because I'm not going to sit here and say that it doesn't exist. But to exist in a realm above the minority, I don't think is necessary to put a stake in it as a conversation. Like I'm pretty sure each one of us, no matter what side of this country or even out of this country for that fact that we're on, we've seen examples of that. But for the most part, we see the women who have kids, if the kid's biological dad don't want to be there, they're not running off a father figure. Because nobody is running off help that way. So that's the reason why I was asking to expound on that.
Well, y'all, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, y'all. If everybody sending me messages, my phone isn't on the charger in my room. So, y'all, if y'all sending me messages, just hold tight. I'm gonna get to them. There's my phone on the charger. I'm feeling real sexy right now, but go ahead.
Is it one way to run off the man? Because how is that not believable? Is it just one way to run off a man?
No, I think it's multiple ways. I think it's multiple ways to run off anybody. I think it's multiple ways to run off anybody. But the thing is, I think even if we're looking at those individual situations, we have to take into account, like, yeah, if he's doing the things financially, wonderful. If he's present physically, even better. But what else is it about this man that is like, I don't want you around? And it could be, look, don't get me wrong, it could be some things that she just don't like about him that don't make sense to the rest of the world. But what else is it? Like, is he an excellent father, but he's really shitty to her as a person? That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I'm using myself.
Someone snap this as an emoji.
I got a question.
Hold on, Quincy. Let me get in this.
I got a question. Can everybody hear me?
Quincy, can you let them
I
finish
got a
their
question.
dialogue?
How come I just sat there and heard what somebody just said and they took words out of my mouth?
how come y'all always want to wait good dudes? Y'all go out here and meet damn guys that got kids by multiple women that y'all know for a fact them dudes ain't taking care of none of them damn
You see what you did, Omar?
because you go out there and have a child by him, you think you're special. I don't
J.E., you can hear the essence of the type of man he is.
what the fuck ever, lady.
Some men, you want to talk man to man? There goes some men, JEs, get to talking man to man.
Well, absolutely. Manny, please don't do that, brother. I ain't your enemy. You ain't gotta come at me like that, man. We all good. So what my response would be to that is when we say good man, or even to a degree when we say good woman, we have to understand that when we use these words good in front of man or woman, we understand that good is subjective to the individual. What actually makes that person good is what the other person deem is good enough for them. So let's stop slapping good as a universal understanding.
Y'all, hold on. Big V said I look gorgeous. See y'all?
So let me give you an example.
And then when you call when I went, everybody get on the
They legally blind.
Hold on, Quincy, listen to this. So I was going through like a bunch of bullshit, right? My daughter was in NICU for like 2 months, right? So I'm at the hospital every day with my baby. Every day. If I didn't give a fuck about my baby, I wouldn't be there, right? Every day for like 2 months at the hospital, like just think. You know what I'm saying? So now every time I get my child, it's a problem. Oh my God, this is wrong. This ain't nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. And then when I would go to court, I went to court because of this shit. They tried to make it like I was just like the worst person in the world, and all I'm doing is just being a dad.
Right.
Even the judge said, like, you know, lady, you can't control what Omar does with his child on his time. I can't control what she does with the children on her time, right? The thing is, some people want to be in control of other people's lives through those children, no matter if it's a man or a woman. And
I don't disagree with that.
People don't want to admit that shit. You know what I'm saying? These dudes be trying to control the baby mama. Bet no nigga be around my kid. And then the baby mama, who the fuck doing her hair? Why you got somebody in my baby hair? I'm gonna take the hair. We've seen this shit, and it is not just black folks. But it's crazy that people try to act like, you know what I'm saying, this shit don't exist in real life, and like we ain't seen these situations, no matter if it's our situation or not.
Right. And the only thing that I was saying, and respectfully, I won't speak on your situation specifically because I'm only getting your side. But the thing that I'm saying is when we're speaking of these situations, I think there's so much of the minority that when we talk about them with the passion that we have, when we talk about them, we make it as though it's the majority. And we lose really where we're going with the conversation because we're focused on those small things that consumes us more than what we know the majority to be in these situations.
Bro, I done been to court because I forgot the baby coat, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They be tripping me out. Look, and what I'm saying is, look, then when men come up and we speak on this shit, all of a sudden it switches to some shit like we're only blaming women. It's the woman's fault. You know, the LGBTQ plus community is fault. Is our fault. It's everybody's fault who's involved.
And wait, real quick to wait.
Who's involved with making that child?
Wait, and to the person who said we know plenty bitter baby mamas, the thing that I would say about that is if you know plenty, then ask yourself who's the number one denominator there. And if you know plenty, then what does that say about you and your surroundings?
That's true. Now, BS aside, I do speak to our mind frames and us speaking from a higher advantage point. Now, I do speak from that. But typically, y'all don't like to speak from a higher vantage point. So I do agree with JE's on that, and I'm not going to BS y'all on that one.
I think that the problem.
When Omar, when you came and shared your
Angelina, can I say something really quick? I think the problem that people are finding, Manny, is that people like QL, me, and V-Ray are ultimately saying the same things, but you're more receptive when a man is saying it.
And then y'all have to accept that. That's the world. You have to accept
right.
that. Yeah,
which is why it makes more balance when y'all talk to each other versus when y'all speak to us. We enjoy watching y'all dialogue with each other, but a lot of times it does turn around and back being with us. And like I can agree with you, Manny. When Omar shared his story, I actually wanted to hear him get it off his chest earlier because I could hear the essence of the pain that he was hurt by the situation that he's in. But a lot of times I be hearing Omar snap. So I was in the comments talking my shit too, like, yeah, but you be talking shit to women. But I would be lying if I didn't say I didn't hear the essence of his pain. And I can't say what type of father he is, but he does speak on his children often, so I wouldn't even put him in a category with a deadbeat father based on what I've been exposed to him on TikTok, not in real life, because I don't know him in real life. So I think you guys there are good men that do have it hard, and there are bad men that do have it hard. And you guys can be there for each other and say what you guys want to say with each other, but let us have what it is that we're having. And that's why I like that Diamond has a system where y'all can drop the panel, drop all the women off, and y'all talk y'all shit to each other.
Yeah, but what you gotta
That's the problem. I'm gonna say this in the y'all talk. That's what's confusing to me. So we as women have to be quiet because, and Angelina, I'm not here to attack. I'm just asking for clarity purposes. When you say stuff like, "Oh, we like the dialogue when they have it," why can't women be respected with the same regard? I love Je. Respect him, his marriage, everything. So I say love out of like on a more platonic type of level. I love him, but he's saying the same shit that I'm saying or that QL is saying. Why can't it be respect for women, especially in the same community? Why does the man have to say it in order for it to be gospel? And then at the same time, women are being told that we don't hear men out, but men are not hearing women out. Where do women start to receive the respect that we're supposed to give men?
I don't believe a
Y'all
woman
remember?
has
Y'all
to
remember
ask
when y'all was
for
little?
said
Wait, hold on.
respect
I
that
got
you're
you.
asking for, Alex. I believe that even as a man, as men, I don't believe men have to ask for respect. People choose to respect whom they choose to respect. And for me, I'm silent a lot, even in a lot of my spaces, and people tend to reverence my personality versus people that they've known for years without me having to say a thing. You'll never hear me begging for respect, and I believe that's what differentiates the women from the girls, and that's what differentiates the boys from the men.
What did your mama used to tell you when they be in that living room playing spades, drinking or playing tunk or dominoes and shit with their grown friends? Go in the room. Because it's sometimes we don't need to be in certain places. I don't need to be in every woman's conversation. I need to let y'all handle those women because it's from different perspectives. You get what I'm saying? Just like when the men come up here and they hold other men accountable, what they say, "Oh, you a panda bear, you a panderer, you a simp." Like, I'm being real. So sometimes it ain't nothing wrong with having like an all women panel or all man panel without me having to put my input into y'all shit. Because then, even if I get up in y'all shit, right? Say if it was all women up here and I got up in y'all shit, I was hitting points, hitting it home. Omar's gonna be a misogynist. Omar's gonna be sassy. Omar gonna be a bitch. Then it's gonna get the women that's gonna come up here and disrespect me. So what I'm saying, sometimes it ain't nothing wrong with sitting my ass back and staying out of some shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's like an all woman panel. And it ain't nothing wrong with respecting each other. Like y'all don't have to be involved in everything.
Can I ask you something though? When the conversation, it wasn't simply just about like deadbeat dads, da da da. People had asked women like, what y'all think about her not having this conversation with Umar and the kids. So like that invites women into a conversation. Now, if it had just been like, "Hey, fellas, what you think about deadbeat dads?" Or they would ask, "Omar, you being a father, what you think?" So I guess again, what I'm trying to get to is I feel like we're selective about what women can join conversations versus when men can join conversations. I'm just saying, sometimes it feels like there's a bias there.
Argument on TikTok. That'll be a never-ending argument.
Wait, second, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let Nick go. Go ahead, Nick.
Thank you. Good morning, panel. Good morning, Diamond. Alice, I don't think that you're wrong. I think that your experience is definitely your experience. But I do think also that sometimes information is receptive coming from somebody else. It's kind of similar to the thing where it's like the go get your manager and they say the exact same thing that you're saying. So it's not that they're not receptive to hearing it from you. It's just sometimes palatable coming from somewhere else. And is that right? Absolutely not, right? It's not right for that to be the case. But the main goal is for the information to be received, right? The main goal is for the information to be gathered for that person to better themselves. So does it matter how the information? I mean, it definitely matters, right? How the information is received, but isn't the goal for that person to get the information?
Right.
So I get exactly what you're saying, Alex. You deserve to be respected. You deserve to have your point heard. You definitely do. But sometimes it just when it comes from somebody else, it's just received better.
Oh, go ahead, Alice. My
Thank you,
bad.
Nick. I just wanted to tell Nick thank you, and I appreciate her approach.
Of course, absolutely.
Alice, you mentioned something that a question that Donovan asked earlier about the conversation that Umar was proposing between his baby mom, and his daughter. So my oldest is 18, right? I've been in her life since she was 2. She's not biologically my daughter, but I've been here. Like that's my girl, right? Her biological dad, if I were to say his presence has been sporadic, that would be too kind. I have consistently wanted to believe that that brother would like to be in his daughter's life. I've tried to even find ways to see if I can make it easier for him to be that, but he's not interested at all. So I'm looking at it like, even if this were my situation, if he proposed to have a conversation between my wife and his biological daughter, my daughter, I can understand why my wife would be like, nah, for what? I've known you since she's been alive and you haven't been present. Why would I want that? What is it that you have changed to show that you're even interested in any level of growth in whatever relationship dynamic we will have from this point forward? Now, for me, I would still like to at least have the conversation to be had, but I can't say I don't understand if the mom in that situation is like, no, I'm not doing that. You wasted my time and my child's time this entire time. And now, because more people know about it and more heat is coming to your front door, why would I want to do it now? I get that.
Oh shit.
Roro Kenzie.
Hold on, y'all. Let me No, you fucking lying. Cash App message says, why QL worrying about the men in our damn country? Cash App message says, Alex, we want to hear from women, not just you.
Okay, that's your right. Thank you so much, though, for paying Diamond $5 and also paying to talk to me. I really appreciate it.
So I will say this about the respect thing and no BS. So we do get caught up, like Angelina said earlier, in the persona that is given. And so a lot of times I am guilty of just saying, oh, whatever those names Alex had called out. I was like, oh, they're not talking about anything important. So basically, deaf to the ears. They can talk, 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 talk. I hear nothing. I care to hear anything they say. And that is not respectful. But we all do have that same disorder. So a lot of times we do suffer from the same things we kind of are diagnosed with.
Speaking of that, Manny, this is a perfect segue to me responding to a comment. And I don't know who it was from, but they asked me, how do you make your way for others when you hear voices? And I'm going to answer that question respectfully. Oh, that's Corey. Oh, okay. I'm going to answer it in a way that's not sort of.
So
Oh,
can
go
I
ahead.
get these out really quick?
Oh, yeah.
Matthew said, I'm just saying, Diamond. I know you hear that dumbass narrative these women are pushing. They not realizing the man in this generation ain't going for that sucker shit the older generation went through. Why QL and V-Ray up there being homophobic? Out here shooting shots at Manny's sexuality. And Omar know damn well these women not giving up these tax credits. They can be struggling all year round and will never think to let that man get those kids at all because she don't want that man to file them kids.
I'm not sure taxes work that easily, but all right. But no, he said he was speaking talk to text and he couldn't correct it. But just in case, period, because there are people who wonder how all of this work, and I keep it brief because it's not the topic. I'm a product of therapy, and pretty good therapy, by the way. One by a psychologist and one by a licensed therapist. And aside from that, some of the holistic practices of breathing, proper breathing regulation and meditation. I meditate damn near every day. So I found a way, sort of happy medium, if you will, to be able to focus on what's in front of me and not let them cloud my attention all day. So it's very much possible. And also, don't be surprised. There are a lot of people around you, especially men, who has the same condition. Unfortunately, you don't find out until they do something extremely harmful to people around them or themselves.
Can I say this? I just wanted to simply come up. See how quick a narrative can get spun. At no point in time did I attack Manny's sexuality. None at all. And if whoever sent that message, who said that, you're a bold-faced ass lie. At no point. I called him out on rage baiting, pitting the men against the women and the women against the men. And at all times, while we can joke and have fun at sometimes it's just it's not called for. So whoever said that can kiss my ass, and he or she spun that narrative.
Ooh, child. There you have it. B-Ray has spoken. Oh, let me let QL up.
I'm confused because y'all got me a little fucked up. So every single day, Manny comes here and says, sister girl, sister him, sister all types of stuff. So then Manny's the one that said that he's a lady because I'm confused why Manny's not speaking up. So then today when we say sister girl back to him, which is what he referred to him since I've met Manny. Now we're talking about his sexuality. No one here spoke about Manny's sexuality. The only time a conversation about sexuality was brought up was when Chrissy talked about that man talking about the Ramble community. And I was the one that said, why is that man more focused about the LGBTQ plus I community than raising his son? So what is y'all talking about? Y'all be delusional. I don't know if it's
a lot of people on this down in the comments are delusional, and that's not for all of y'all, but some of y'all like the mess and y'all like to keep the mess going.
No,
and it's pure
it's given misogyny, it's given delusional, because every time Manny does something, it's okay. But when we do it, it's a problem. If Manny does something to us and we say we don't like that, it's a problem. He's allowed to do it. He's allowed to scream, yell at us, do all the types of stuff to us. But now we're being homophobic.
I think y'all should ask Manny, is he offended?
Is y'all on crack, drugs? What is it today?
Why shouldn't everybody ask Manny, is he offended by what's said?
Because I flip flop there. Don't ask me. Because I flip flop in a minute.
Manny calls himself all types of stuff. He calls all types of stuff. Now today let's talk about we're being homophobic. What's going on here?
Manny, do you feel that they are being homophobic?
Damn it, he just said he go flippity flop.
Yeah, Manny, do you feel like we was being homophobic towards you?
Black man's protection in this moment. Do they?
Yes, Manny, we want to hear. Do you feel like we being homophobic to you? I really want to hear this.
Say them in this moment. Do they need a black man to speak up?
Manny, do you feel like we was being homophobic? I don't need you to speak up. I just need you to, because the people would say that you was being homophobic. So I'm confused. So when you're screaming, yelling, calling us sisters and calling us all bees and all types of stuff, it's okay for you to do it. But then when we say sister girl back to you, because we was all sisters.
No, I didn't even address him. I didn't even address him as that. So I want to know how
I'm not even talking. No, I'm not talking about that.
Because I'm
talking about in general. So when
any type of way
stuff to us,
it's okay. Attack his sexuality. So I'm just still trying to figure out at what point.
No one talked about Manny's sexuality here, but Manny calls us sisters.
And Manny know it.
Manny does all this stuff.
Y'all better be lucky I know y'all.
No. It's not you don't know us. Be truthful. Do you feel like we was being homophobic?
Lucky I know y'all. That's what I
do you feel like we was being homophobic, Manny?
That's why I say y'all better be lucky I know y'all. So
Oh, that's not the question. Do you feel like you was being homophobic, Manny?
I'm trying to answer Hey, Manny, sister, can I double dutch you here?
We can't say sister to Manny now because it's considered homophobic, but Manny can call us all types of bees and stuff like that.
All right, hold on, QL. Somebody just said V-Ray V-Ray.
What bees now, girl? I ain't gonna say you.
I'll be down. I'll wait for the answer. I'll be back.
So
I do something.
I wanted to address Jersey Girl in the comments. Jersey Girl said V-Ray just asked did he have a father in his life. I feel like that was warranted, right? Because he put judgment on us and the choices we make and our decisions on who we have as
judgment on you,
our
V-Ray.
children's
Remember, he was
father.
talking
So
directly
I
to you.
feel like that was fair game. But at what point did that correlate with being attacking his sexuality? Like at what point that doesn't even correlate?
Ooh,
Like, so
you
what
got
are
a
you
rough crowd today, girl. I'm trying to double dutch you here. Like sister said, I'm trying to double dutch. Diamond, girl, I just came to the hair depot. Don't you know that same stuff that I got for TikTok, they got it in here, girl?
And what's the price?
It's less than what it is on the TikTok shop.
It is.
Yeah, that hair fertilizer that I put in my hair is less in here, girl.
Oh, you better get it.
I did, girl. They got all that stuff that I be ordering, honey. I just slipped up on this little spot here, girl. Yes, girl. What you need out here?
Nothing.
Are you sure? You don't need no wig caps. You don't need no hair.
I ordered some wigs. They got my wigs stuck over there in the wall.
Oh, girl, they over there in Malaysia. Donna, what you still doing here, girl? Because let me tell you something. They was when I came back in, they was cutting Manny ass, okay? They was cutting Manny ass. Okay, Rolo, don't do that now. They need my help right now. So I came to double.
I don't need your help, and I can be, I can be sensitive and just say earlier on, Manny, on this live today, earlier on when you said I need to put a D in my mouth, I've never disrespected you and those on those levels.
You
never have I disrespected you on that level.
Wait a minute.
But if we want to call things out, then we can call things out now.
Manny, wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up, B-Ray. Hold up, B-Ray. Let me double dutch in here. What you said about Sunday? I ain't said nothing about what you did Sunday, Roro. You know what? I don't repent for my sins, man. So you can't see how you throw that at me, sister? Well, because you came in here like, oh, when I came in, there was 10 minutes at like.
Roro, don't respond. Don't respond, Roro. He
I
begging
came
you.
up here to I came up here to save you, sister. Oh, well, go ahead, sister. I came to save you. I didn't come to attack you. All right, Diamond, let me get back in the streets, girl. Okay, Manny, let me tell you something. You got to hold it down for yourself like I did on Sunday, because that's what the hell you was getting ready to say. Now, come off mute. Yes, ma'am.
I got a message. They say, why is V-Ray still up there swinging?
I don't know why.
Listen, you guys, listen, my life, I have a great life in real life. I don't take y'all serious on this app. And I know a lot of you guys don't like me in here, and I don't give a damn, because guess what? I'm going to continue to join Diamonds Live each and every day I have the ability to, okay? And I don't take it for I don't take what you guys say for serious, because I have 2 successful daughters, college graduates, did my thizzle in real life. In real life. So I don't give a damn what you guys say or think about me, okay? I'm just up here for the topics. And I just feel like sometimes it's a little irritating that no time will I ever attack anybody's sexuality ever in life. I don't even rock like that. But I just wanted to hold Manny's feet to the fire on him being biased at times when he uses rage bait and he pit men up against women and women up against men. Because sometimes, okay, we can be joking, but sometimes conversations are serious. And these conversations
what does you
need
have
to
in
be had.
Rich
girl, here you go with the picture. Rich girl, here you go with the picture energy, trying to save a man. Trying to save a man, Miss Pick Me. What do you have to say?
I ain't trying to save no man. I said, what do you have to graduate?
Don't do anything with this conversation, ma'am.
If you shut the hell up, you'll
Child, listen here.
If you shut up, you'll hear.
You are a non-factor.
What
Go
does
ahead.
that have to do? What does any of that have to do with you having 2 college graduate daughters? People not liking you. You say, I know y'all don't like me, but I got 2
Let me tell
graduate
you
daughters. Like,
something.
that makes no
If you
sense.
feel some type of way about my testimony and where my real life, about my real life, I use that to say that I don't give a damn what y'all think about me. When I have a good life in real life. That was my whole
who have a
point.
good life in real life don't get up here and
Miss
tell
Rich
people that.
girl. Miss Rich
People who
girl.
have a good life
you
in real
have to
life
do
don't
with
tell people
anything.
that.
You coming with this pick me ass energy.
I did.
All
And you
this
started with
pick
me
ass
earlier.
energy.
You
are
started
a
that energy with
non-factor
me
to
earlier.
You are a non-factor.
Then
Man,
why
you
you
don't need
talking
no
to
one
me?
to save him.
Then why you talking to me?
You
Because I'm
just
not a
want to be
factor.
relevant. You want to be relevant with your irrelevant ass.
Oh, you got big words.
Yeah. Ooh.
Let me just double
Well,
that.
V-Ray,
Let me double
V-Ray,
that.
baby, give me one second.
Hold on. Let me just clear the air. So no, I'm not offended by V-Ray, Alexandria, nor QL. If anybody was wondering, no, I'm not offended. I do know those ladies from being on the platform and how they speak. So no, I'm not offended by that, and they are free to express themselves, just like anybody else, man or woman.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, you want to, V-Ray, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't like you holding Manny feet to the fire, but it's going to be okay, baby. It's okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay. I don't, they hold my feet to the fire each and every time I come on here. So even
But
swamp ain't no
V-Ray,
slender.
V-Ray,
Even swamp ain't no slender. That's how I look at it.
V-Ray, you had them feet smoking. You had them feet all the way in the fire, okay? You did.
Now, Roro. Now, Marsha, let me hush.
I done repent for my sins, Manny. I'm coming to take it up for you. I said I didn't like how she had your feet to the fire.
I didn't like how Marsha got you railed up either.
You know what? And I don't apologize for that, Manny. Don't be trying. So you gonna throw Marsha up in my face all the days of our lives on here on TikTok?
I'm just saying because I don't think V-Ray, really had me in any position. But if you just gonna keep just talking about like,
okay, let's talk about it. So what made you think that I had his feet to the fire, there?
the same reason why you think that V-Ray apparently or anybody of that matter was apparently handling me in some way. That's what you had me wrong at. Just like if I had you wrong with Marshall, I feel like you handled your own just like you should have saw I handled my own. Don't no man or no woman move these feet but me.
Omar had to move them the other time since you want to throw shit up when you was walking down that sidewalk.
Okay, and that's why Trucker, his feet stay moving.
You know what, Manny? I'm gonna just take that sister and I'm gonna bow. Look here, I know how to bow gracefully. Okay, I know how to bow gracefully. You know what, Manny? I'm on your ass. Okay.
Now, sister, Queen, we could just easily just know that we both are great, but you want to keep trying to find somebody that could test me. The Lord has been testing you.
That wasn't the Lord work on Sunday, Manny.
Well, I'm gonna drop down, but thank you, Manny, for clearing that up about us. About me. I'm just speaking for me attacking your sexuality because I wouldn't do that ever. Okay, I just want to clear my name on that. I'm out. Y'all have a wonderful day.
All right, V-Ray girl. Well, Diamond girl, I got to go because you in overtime. How much you get paid for overtime?
V-Ray, not V-Ray, Roro, this woman,
You know what, Manny? Go ahead and open up the newsroom so I can come over there and get a
Manny, you opening up the newsroom?
Girl, no, ma'am. Manny busy. Manny got a couple of things to do. Manny got some trips coming up. I got to go ahead and get some stuff together.
Okay. And instead of doing that, you over here terrorizing us. Ain't that something?
No, that's why I'm not going on with my sis in Alexandria. And you know what? I almost. Oh, girl, you better be lucky that she knew. And we still filling her out. But I almost had something to say because I could almost told you where you been at all day.
Don't worry about what I'm doing. Worry about what you're doing. Go get your travel stuff going.
I'm about to head out, y'all. About to roll out.
Well, Diamond, I'm gonna get out your way. Y'all be good. Drink some water. Say some kind about yourself.
Have a good day, Diamond.
You guys,
Bye, Diamond.
Here, y'all. Monday through Friday, start at 6 a.m. Eastern time. If y'all are not following this page, follow the host. Okay, follow the host. We do this Monday through Friday, start at 6 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, I'm about to get out of here. Don't forget to get y'all tickets, y'all, for the Back Yall Boogie held in September. We'll be in Atlanta Do not forget to get y'all tickets to the Backyard Boogie. Okay. Don't forget, you guys, I post all the recaps on YouTube. So you guys are able to go back to my YouTube and look at everything that was discussed today. Okay, so you guys do not forget to go to the YouTube. You guys will be able to watch my YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube. Click the link tree in my bio. You guys will take you out to my website, my YouTube. And again, I do post these clips on my website as well. So a lot of y'all will be able to go back on there and see just how you guys act up. Okay, so I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. And